He's going to cross the 40 to the 35-30. He's going to get the first down and more. Intercepted by Cole Kozikar, the D lineman. Oh, he took it back. Oh, my goodness. He throws out to the right side to number 12, who catches it. Touchdown.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, two of our area teams clash as the West Central Trojans host the Culver Cavaliers underneath the Friday Night Lights. This is Indiana High School football. With us tonight, special guest sports analyst Kenny Nielsen and Justin Ruff. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Welcome you to week 2 of the Indiana High School football season from Francisville, Indiana, 47946. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Well, as we get ready for our second football broadcast of the 2025 campaign, we have talked with both head coaches of the Culver Cavaliers, Austin Faust and Mark Hall of West Central, during several practices. And on the Saturday Sports Line last week, we remember this matchup last year in Culver, where the Trojans beat the Cavs for the first time in Culver on the road since 2013. You can bet your sweet bippy the Cavs remember that one and will be here to play in this one tonight. When we look at the home team in tonight's football contest, we see the West Central Trojans. It is head coach Mark Hall in his 12th season as the Trojans high school football head coach. The Trojans started their season off against their historic cross-county rival, the Winnemac Warriors, here at home last week, and provided a hard-fought contest, winning 24-8. They reclaimed the coveted Tomahawk Trophy, and Mark Hall got to take it home that night. They come into week 2 now against the Culver Cavaliers, hoping to make it a 2-0 start to start their 2025 season. Looking at stats for the Trojans, they are led right now by freshman quarterback Connor Huber. He rushed for 183 yards last week and threw the ball for 21 yards. He completed 6 of his 7 passing attempts and is still waiting for that first passing touchdown. He also had 2 touchdowns on the ground, and then right behind him in the rushing department, the Trojans are led by senior running back Dre Villarreal. What is there to say about this cat? He rushed 12 times in week 1 for 85 yards. He comes into this evening averaging a very good 7.1 yards per carry and has 1 rushing touchdown coming into week 2. In the receiving category, Villarreal leads the team in receiving yards with 12 on 2 receptions. That was all in week 1. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play on the field, we are honored to have special guest. It's West Central's own Kenny Nielsen. Welcome back, Kenny.
Hey, I'm really glad to be here. I kind of look forward to this. You know, I was kind of hoping I'd get the call at the beginning of the week. So I kind of paid attention the last week at the sports line on Saturday, and was like, oh, yeah, all right, I'm ready to go if I get the call.
Well, we're glad to have you back. We remember this game last year. We're going to get a full pregame in this time, so we're excited about that. We were rushing around last year like our chickens with our head cuts off. But, man, it was a fun night last year. But now we turn the page. What are your thoughts on the Trojans' win last week?
Oh, it's always a big win to get a win over Winnemac. You know, I know as a coach, I don't know that I really want to start my season out with a cross-county rival, but, hey, it worked out well for them. The boys played extremely well. Unfortunately, I was unable to be here. I was at Delphi watching the grandsons play, but you know they had a really good night. Connor Huber, that young man is quite an athlete, and Dre Villarreal, well, hey, give him the ball and let him run.
Well, we are also accompanied by Justin Ruff, who is down on the sidelines. He was here for us last week as well. Justin, would you just stay camped out here in Francisville all week and get ready for this game? Well, I think he's He's chatting it up with someone else right now, so we'll check back in with him in a little bit. We go ahead and turn the page and look at the away team tonight. The Culver Cavaliers under the direction of Austin Faust for his third year as the head coach. Last week, to start things off, they traveled to Attica and came away with an astounding performance, winning 26-7. They come into this matchup hungry to avenge last year's loss at home to these Trojans. We will see what the Cavs have learned since we saw them last season as they come into this evening at 1-0 on the year. Looking at stats for the Cavs, they are led by senior quarterback Jonas McEwen. He threw the ball for 94 yards in Week 1. He completed 4 of his 12 passing attempts while adding 1 passing touchdown to start the year off. Right behind him in the rushing department, the Cavs are led by sophomore John Carr. He rushed 15 times in Week 1 for 78 yards. He comes into this evening averaging a strong 5.2 yards per carry. And in the receiving category, sophomore Braylon Jackson leads the team in receiving yards with 66 on 1 reception. He had 1 receiving touchdown as well. That was all in Week 1 as the Cavs got the win in Attica. Kenny, the Cavs had a really tough season last year, but all signs point to a better go-around this time. Your thoughts after hearing the stats they put up last week?
Well, I took a quick look at that, and, it was a good game for them. Obviously they're not a strong passing team, 1 reception there for 66 yards. But, hey, they've got some big guys. I was really impressed last year when we did the game up there with the McCune brothers, how those two work together. It'll be interesting to see how they work together tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good game. We remember last year. We'll talk about that here shortly. But all in all, the Cavs, they've just had a tough few years here. They've been young, but they've got some good core guys. Talk about, as a head coach, how you try to keep things positive when things just aren't going your way.
Well, sometimes it's really hard. When you have years where you're struggling to get wins and everything, it's hard to keep the morale up on the team. But, the kids got to know that you just got to stay with the program, believe in the program. That's the hardest job for the head coach, just get everybody steering and heading in the right direction. Just get them believing in your program.
Well, our other sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan, is in North Judson as the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays are hosting the LaVille Lancers. It's kind of turned into a rivalry matchup. Let's go ahead and check in with Chris McGowan, who's on location. I believe he's got head coach Brett Lambert. Chris?
Thanks, Mitch. I'm here with head coach Brett Lambert of North Judson Santerre Blue Jays. Coach, after that tough loss last week, how was practice this week?
Oh, we just got back to work. We obviously have a lot of things to work on, but I thought the practice all week went really well. It's just a thing of getting our guys more experience, getting healthy, and I really feel like over the course of the week we figured some things out after we saw it on film against Knox. The Knox game, obviously, from a fan perspective, looked awful, and it did from my view too. But the more you watch film, it's like, gosh, we were just one little thing off on this play, one little thing here. So, and all those things were be able to get fixed. So I really feel like, as we move through this season, especially with the talent that we have and the youth that we have, I think we're going to have a lot of growth from here through Week 9 as we get ready for the playoffs.
All right, you have LaVille Lancers coming to Liberty Field tonight. To be successful, what has to happen?
We have to be able to run the football. They are good on defense. I was really impressed watching them on film against Triton. I think their defense is ahead of their offense, but their offense isn't bad either. And they're going to try to get you out of position with the things they do with motion and all that and flipping receivers, so we've got to be ready for that. But, yeah, run the football, don't turn the ball over, and just let Liberty Field take care of the rest.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mitch.
All right. Hey, thanks, Chris. That's Chris McGowan live and on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays hosting the LaVille Lancers. Hey, we are expecting an amazing evening of IHSAA Week 2 football action as we appreciate you joining us here on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac. It's our family serving your family.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. No real injuries to report, but a game-time decision for the Trojans' Felipe Bazan. We'll talk about him in a minute. What a great game that was for him against the Cavs last year, but he is a game-time decision. We hope to see him out onto the field, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital injury report. We turn now to last year's matchup between these two teams. We go into the vault and back through the archives. It was an interesting start as the Trojans recovered a squib up the middle that the Cavs couldn't hold on to. Here's the call. We are underway here in Culver, Indiana. It's a flub up the middle. The Trojans almost pick it up. They say they do, and they have it.
Woo! Coming off the bottom of the pile, Johnny Rao, number 50.
What's more interesting is the first quarter was scoreless. It was this Jaden Miller touchdown that got our first points on the board in the second. He sets his man in motion, takes the snap, hands off Miller up the right side, spins around, breaks the tackle inside, and he gets the touchdown! Touchdown, Trojans!
Nice play there.
Jaden Miller, the senior, makes it happen 6-0. Trojans take the lead. The Cavs responded with a passing touchdown and took the lead on a 2-point conversion, making it 8-6 at the half. In the third, a miraculous passing touchdown from senior Addison Huber to Felipe Bazan gave the Trojans back the lead. I think we will all remember this one. So here we go. Addison Huber from shotgun. Sets his man in motion. That's Jaden Miller. Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires down the middle. His intended target. It's number 7, and he's got it. It's Felipe Bazan to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Trojans! Felipe Bazan! The Trojans, the Cavs tied it up at 14 apiece. They took the lead on another 2-point conversion, making it 16-14. That was the final score for the Cavs as the fourth quarter belonged to West Central. They took the lead and the defense held strong, giving us another memorable play by Felipe Bazan. Here's the call. McEwen takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looking to throw, fires, intercepted by the Trojans at the 35. It's number 7. That is Felipe Bazan, and he will be tackled at the 33.
Ooh, he read that well.
The Trojans won 28-16 that night, making it their first win in Culver since 2013. That was 1 year ago, 364 days to be exact, on August 30th, 2024. Hey, stay tuned. We'll hear from Austin Faust and Mark Hall after the break in the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach Austin Faust of the Culver Cavaliers. Coach, a tough loss last year to the West Central Trojans, but we fast forward a year. Both of you guys are 1-0 to start this season. What has to happen tonight to make sure the Cavs go 2-0?
Yeah, like we told our guys all week long, we got to play disciplined football. We got to be physical. We can't turn the ball over. That's going to be the main keys with option football. They're going to keep coming, waiting for you to slip up. So we got to be able to do the little detail things that we've kind of talked really all year long about, where we kind of let that slip away last year.
Yeah, something that stuck out to me in practice this week was getting your guys to want to be aggressive in this game. Take it to the Trojans and let them know you're going to be tough tonight. Talk about what your pregame speech may sound like.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing. For those that watched West Central Winamac last week, West Central just came out physical, fast, aggressive, kind of shocked the Warriors a little bit, and really kind of won the game in the first quarter. It was up 16-0, and Winamac kind of couldn't really get back from that. And so that's what we're telling our guys, is we got to be able to just to match that intensity and physicality, and don't let them get up on us. And we feel like hopefully if we can do that, good things are going to happen tonight.
Message to Cav Nation on the road.
Yeah, come on out, right? Support you, support us. We got I know the bleachers are a little bit different, right? It's kind of different being on the field, but come on out, support us, be loud, and hopefully it's a good night for us.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
I'm here with head coach Mark Hall of the West Central Trojans. Coach, this was a big game for you last year in Culver. You were able to beat the Cavs on the road in Culver for the first time since 2013. Now we fast forward 364 days. You see the Cavs again, this time on your home field. What's something you've been telling your team this week?
It's been about getting focused. Last week was a great week, but now it's a new challenge with Culver. They're a good, hard, physical football team. They're well coached. They get after it. So it was reeling them back in from the emotional high from last week to get them focused in for this week and make sure we're ready to go, because Culver's going to bring everything they have. They're going to be physical. They're going to get after it.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you're looking to see, maybe defensively or offensively? Last week you got off to a hot start. Mm-hmm. What do you want to see either defensively or offensively to start this game?
Oh, it'd be great if every week we get off to a fast start, but it's more about just seeing how do we respond. When we go out there, we've got to be disciplined with what we do, and we're going to have to be ready for whatever they throw at us, because I'm sure they've got some things that they held back probably last week that they're looking to put in this week. So we just got to be defensively sound, and then offensively we got to communicate and make sure that we're making the right reads and just hold on to the football, taking care of things like that. And we do that, then we can put ourselves in a good position.
Message to Trojan Nation here at home.
Just come out, support us. It's a big night. We've got a lot of the youth league is going to be out here tonight, and cheer them on. They're going to run on the field with us. It'll be a fun night, and hopefully we can give people something to cheer about.
All right, I appreciate it, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
All right, as we get set for Week 2 Indiana High School football action, what are your keys to the game as a West Central Trojan, Kenny?
Hey, we just got to take care of the ball, and run hard, and tackle well.
All right, keys for the Cavs, Justin.
You got to contain the energy of the West Central. They came at it last week on fire, Mitch. They really got to contain the energy and contain the speed from the Trojans here on their home field.
That's our keys to the game, our LAP Waste. Hey, it's our keys to the game sponsored by Surf Internet. We appreciate them. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Mark Hall, head coach of the West Central Trojans. Stay tuned for more Trojan football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Cavaliers of Culver, Indiana, on offense, starting at quarterback, it is Jonas McEwen. The running back is Theron Carrington. Starting wide receivers tonight for the Cavs are Caleb McEwen, Braylon Jackson, Jordan Green, and Scotty Banks. In the trenches on the O-line for the Cavs are Skylar Greer and Isaiah Vela at the tackle positions. Shane Martin and Colton Falk are the guards, with Drake Zorich in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Cavs, starting defensive backs are Jordan Green, Jonas McEwen, and Braylon Jackson. Starting linebackers are Caleb McEwen, Scotty Banks, Isaiah Gonzalez, and Drake Zorich. On the D-line for the Cavs, we will see Colton Falk, Isaiah Vela, Skylar Greer, and Theron Carrington. On offense for the Trojans of West Central tonight, starting at quarterback, we will see freshman Connor Huber. Starting fullback tonight is Dre Villarreal. Starting wings are Caden Gutwine and Felipe Bazan. The tight end is Brady Hannon. Starting wide receiver is Caleb Kovich. Now for the big men up front, we will see Mark Davis, Nathan Kimberly, Landon Hughes, Cameron Sigmund, and Rudy Maravilla. On defense for the Trojans, the safeties will be Felipe Bazan, Caleb Kovich, and Caden Gutwine. The cornerbacks are Cameron Newest and Teagan Holly. The linebackers are Dre Villarreal and Connor Huber. On the D-line getting after it for the Trojans, we will see Landon Hughes and Ezra Rodriguez as the defensive ends. Rudy Maravilla and Nathan Kimberly are the defensive tackles. That is our LAP Waste starting lineups, as we will be back to get set for the kickoff. Hey, you're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Are you interested in being part of a rapidly growing local company with competitive pay, opportunity for advancement, and a steady routine? LAP Waste is hiring immediately for a mechanic and both CDL A and B drivers. They offer great health benefits, PTO, holidays, and the ability to be home with your family every evening. Call them today at 574-542-4019 or email your resume to lapwaste@yahoo.com.
Did you catch that touchdown last night? It was insane.
Nope. Missed it. My screen froze and then game over.
You got to get Surf Internet. I've got fast fiber speeds with no throttling ever.
Sounds like a winning play. Sign me up.
Score big with Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Just $30 a month with AutoPay, including free installation and free Wi-Fi. Visit surfinternet.com. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas. Go to surfinternet.com for full offer details.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Francisville, Indiana, welcome to Week 2 of the Indiana high school football season between the Culver Cavaliers and the West Central Trojans. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on KVB's WKVI. We are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight in the Trojan Trench is Sean Walsh. Our scoreboard operators are old friend Tyson Mellon. The play clock operators are old friend as well, David Allen. Our officials for tonight are Don Amidai, Rick Podell, Tony Wheelock, Chris Doyle, and a big shout out to Ryan Standish. He was one of my teachers in high school. So glad to connect the dots and see Ryan here this evening. With us tonight, we are honored to have special guest Kenny Nielsen on the call. Down on the sidelines is Justin Ruff, and on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers is Chris McGowan. Chris, we go around our area teams and see the Winamac Warriors hosting Frontier. What happens?
Well, I think Winamac, after the letdown they had last week, I think they come out and they take care of business tonight, and I think they pull off the upset against Frontier.
The Knox Redskins are on the road at Pioneer. Interesting scenario here. Miles McLaughlin has an opportunity to surpass Jack Kaiser I think he's in the top 10 rushing in the state of Indiana. He could be potentially, at the end of the night, in 5th overall rushing, and to break Jack Kaiser's record in Pioneer. Do the Redskins make that happen and a win?
Oh, yeah, the Pit's a tough place to play, but I tell you what, that Knox Redskin team is for real. And, the Jack Kaiser that just made the 53-man roster for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, very interesting scenario there. We wish Miles McLaughlin good luck and the Knox Redskins. The South Central Satellites are on the road at Boone Grove. Chris, did the Satellites get a win?
If they were playing at the launch pad in Union Mills, I'd say yes, but being on the road, I think Boone Grove wins a close one.
And finally, your game, as you will see the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays host LaVille. It's been a chippy battle the last few years. What say you?
I like North Judson here to get a victory at home, and some good news for Blue Jay fans. C.J. Sanchez will play tonight. So
wonderful.
Some breaking news there from North Judson, but I look for North Judson to take care of business tonight at home.
All right, Chris, we'll stay in touch. Enjoy your football game in Judson.
All right, you too.
All right, that is Chris McGowan on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays as we are set for kickoff here. Did you see who elected to receive?
I did not see who elected to receive.
Justin, what'd you catch down there on the field?
Guys, pay attention up there. Come on. quit messing around. Quit pressing buttons.
So
I have no clue. Mitch.
We were all looking down at our sheet. But it does look like the Trojans will be set to kick off first, and to receive are the Culver Cavaliers, as tonight's kickoff is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award, given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We go live tomorrow morning every Saturday throughout the school year at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on your local hometown radio station, K99.3 WKVI. We are set to kick, and it is number 10 for the West Central Trojans, Nathan Peter, to do the duties. And we are underway in Francisville, Indiana, and it will be a kick. A flag on the play there. It did not go very far.
No, that wasn't a very healthy kick there.
So that's where the Cavs will start. It looks like it got to around the 30, maybe the 32-yard line, and that's where the Cavs will start on this possession. We now see the senior, Jonas McEwen, step out onto the field. He's quite the athlete that we saw the last several years. Now we will see his maturation. The Cavs will be going left on your radio dial. The West Central Trojans defense showed up strong last week. We heard that from Justin Ruff on location. We also heard it from head coach Mark Hall on the Saturday Sports Line last week. It was a great start for the Trojans. Now we will see if they can get the start they need in this one on defense. So it will be Jonas McEwen from the gun. Twins to the left. Takes the snap. Hands off up the middle, and it's not much, maybe a yard, but he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. It was handoff. It was a handoff to what number was that, Justin?
Looked like number 10.
Yeah, number 10.
Gonzalez.
Isaiah Gonzalez, the sophomore. The Cavs in white jerseys, orange trousers. The Trojans in maroon tops with black trousers. McEwen out of the gun, and he draws him off sides. A little hard count there.
Yeah. Boy, that's a hard one. That you really have to learn how to just stay put when those long counts are coming at you.
So this will move the Cavs forward to the 40. It will be third down? The scoreboard is saying 4.
That should be.
It's just second down.
It's just second down, yes.
So second down here. McEwen takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires down the right field sideline.
Oh, yes.
And there may be a pass interference call here. Tough situation.
And then Jordan, looked like Jordan Green there, kind of just had his hands up high. There's a little bit of contact, Mitch, by West Central. That's why the flags went flying.
Yeah, Cameron Noose was just a little too tight to him on that play. I mean, a little bump would have been all right, but not as much as he was in there in his face.
So this will put the Cavs in Trojan territory now at the 48. So the Cavs are putting something together here early going in the first. They'll trot up to the line of scrimmage after breaking the huddle. It's Jonas McEwen from shotgun, as he will be most of the night. Takes the snap. Hands off to Gonzalez up the right side. Breaks the first tackle. And it took him the second and third to bring him down. A good 6-yard gain there.
Cavaliers definitely got some good blocks off of that end. He'll get some decent yardage there. Looks about 6 yards on that carry.
So they'll spot it at the 38-39, and the Cavs are chugging forward here. Not a bad first drive here for the Cavs. Knocking on the door, hoping to get into the red zone soon. It's 2nd and 4 from the gun. McEwen toss out. Gonzalez left side this time, and no, wrapped up by number 52 of the Trojans. That's the junior Landon Hughes. We've talked about him before.
Yeah, Landon's quite an athlete. He's a good young man. I mean, he plays hard. A couple yard loss on that play.
So it'll push them back to the 41. The Trojans showing some strength here. Under 10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 41-yard line in Trojan territory. McEwen from the gun. Gonzalez to his left. Trips to the right. Sets his man in motion. Takes the snap. Steps back. Looks to throw. Fires. Deep ball down the middle. It's Braylon Jackson. 10-5. Touchdown Cavs.
Oh, boy. Middle linebackers lost that guy coming through the line. He was wide open.
Yeah, that happened quick, Justin. What'd you see?
I mean, I tell you what, Mitch, this is a completely different style of offense that West Central is looking at compared to last week. I mean, they had about 4 or 5 wide receivers lined up, the Cavaliers did. And Jackson, just his speed, man, it's fast. It's not slow.
So the Cavs get on the board first. They are going for 2 out of the gun. Hits McEwen, takes the snap, rolls out of the pocket. Deep ball, and it is almost caught, but it's incomplete. Almost had the 2-point conversion in front of you, Justin.
No, I could, if I would have reached my hand out, I could have caught it. But I don't want to be one of those guys. You know?
So 6-0 here in the early going as the Culver Cavaliers put points on the board. And unlike last year, the Trojans were able to get on the board in the second. But now this year we have points in the first. Coach, you got to feel good if you're the Cavs.
Hey, you know, they got off to a great start. West Central had a couple miscues there, jumping, and then that pass interference put them behind the 8 ball. But you know what? Cavaliers are here to play tonight. You know, it's a very different style. Just like Justin said, they're really coming at us.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. So the Cavs set to kick. This will be the first time we see the Trojans on offense, and they were practicing returns yesterday quite a lot. So should be good to go here for anything thrown their way. As set to kick for the Culver Cavaliers. That is number... It's hard to see from this angle. 30. That is number 30, Colton Howard, the sophomore. And then deep to return for the Trojans, we see Felipe Bazan on the far side of the field, which we know he's got the wheels here. We'll see if they kick to him. And the kick is away, and it will be to Felipe Bazan. He'll pick it up at the 26. Back to the 25, and he's wrapped up at the 24. Huge tackle by number 22, Andrew Sumi, the freshman coach.
Man, that was a beautiful open field tackle. And obviously, somebody missed that young man right up the middle. Ball hit the ground. Felipe took a little too long picking that ball up and taking off, and by the time he had it picked up, 22 was in his face.
So the Trojans had a great start to last week's matchup with their cross-county rival, the Winamac Warriors. We'll see if that offense can get things going yet again here in week 2. It'll be the first time we've seen freshman Connor Huber.
He's a sophomore.
Or a sophomore.
He is a sophomore.
I am sorry. I've been saying it wrong all pregame. He's a freshman last year. I guess you're right. He takes the snap, he pulls the handoff and keeps it himself, and he's tackled at the 25.
Oh, late flag there. That's not good.
Might have been a late hit.
Yeah.
So interesting. Now Connor Huber, now a sophomore. And we'll see what they decide here. It'll be on the Cavs. 5-yard penalty here. So this will move the ball forward to about the 29, right at the 30.
Yep.
Smack dab in the middle of the field. This is where the Trojans will have it. They run that flex bone offense they have for many years under Mark Hall. And Huber looks to the near sideline, and Coach Hall yells several numbers, and that's how everyone knows what they need to do. They look down at their play call sheet on their wrist. Every offensive lineman has one. That's how they know what they need to do each play. Sets his man in motion, takes the snap, pulls the handoff from Villarreal. The Cavs read it well, and they stuff him in the backfield.
Well, not a lot of blocking on this end right there out of the Trojans. They need to do a little better job of taking care of those guys in that end. They're going to key on Villarreal. There's no doubt about that. He pulled the ball out, Connor did, but there was just no room. They just mauled him on that one.
So it will be 2nd and 6 here. Ball on the 29. They lose a yard. 8:30 to go in the first. 6-0. The Cavs lead. The flex bone, Huber takes a snap, hands off to Villarreal. Up the left side, he's going to get the first down and more. Across the 40 to the 45. Tackle to the 50. And there he is, Dre Villarreal, coach.
Hey, a little misdirection there. They've been coming hard to the right, and they just went off tackle on the left side. That was a nice play.
Nice play there, Justin.
Man, he did a heck of a job. You could see that he found a little hole right there, and he just went right through it, man. Great speed there by 22.
So it moves the chains, 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. Now the Trojans trying to knock on the door. The Cavs had a really good first few plays there on defense, but then you hand it off to a guy like Dre Villarreal. He's hard to bring down. Next play. Up the middle, stuffed out by the Cavs. They may get 2 on the carry up the middle. That was Connor Huber on a quarterback keep.
Yeah, wasn't much room there on that one. It's pretty. I had Cavaliers are pretty good sized right there in the middle. I think one thing West Central has kind of going against them, they're a smaller line. They don't have as many big guys on the line this year. But I've never seen that as a problem. I always like smaller guys or faster guys to me.
Huber, 5'11", 178. Dre Villarreal, 6'1", 210. Built very strong. And here's the next play, a quarterback keep. Connor Huber finds the hole, breaks the first tackle, gets up to the 42-yard line in Cavalier territory.
He's going to be short about 1. 3rd and 1 looks like it's going to be.
They're in an interesting part of the field here where even if they don't get it, they could very well go for it on 4th.
Oh, yeah. Mark Hall tends to like to go on 4th down.
A lot of teams in our area do, especially if they're in the other team's part of the field.
Yes.
So here we are, the flex bone. Huber takes the snap. Pulls the handoff, spins around, opposite way. Here he goes, crosses the 45 to the 40. Now inside of the 35, still on his feet to the 30, and he's tackled to the 28. It's a first down for the Trojans.
Wow, what a great read. Boy, they stuffed him in the line on that right-hand side, and then he was able to spin out of that and go to the left. He got outside of the defensive end, and he got quite a few yards out of that one.
Nice opposite play there. Probably wasn't exactly what was supposed to be done on that play, he kind of improvised, and it worked out for his for the play.
Well, sometimes the made-up ones are the best ones, right?
Yeah, they don't see it coming, and neither did you.
Nope.
Huber, he's going to take the snap on 1st and 10. Nice handoff up the left side, nothing but space. Crosses the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Trojans! Caden Gutwein, the junior.
Oh, that was a nice run. Everybody was kind of keying on watching Felipe come off of that left-hand side. He was calling for the ball, but it was all Caden on that one. I think he kind of faked out the Cavaliers on that one. That was a nice run.
Yeah, big-time play there, Justin.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the fears that Coach Austin had heading into this game. Those options, man, it's hard sometimes, especially in the motion at live time to decide or figure out where the ball's going. Heck, I lost it. You blink, Mitch, and it's gone. Especially with this very fast West Central team.
They're going for 2. Takes the snap. Huber hands off up the middle. Dre Villarreal. Why not? 2-point conversion. The Trojans will take the lead 8-6 here early.
Oh, hey, that was a great drive. I tell you, it was a little stale on defense for West Central on that first drive against Culver, but hey, they came right back out and took care of business and marched the ball right down for a nice score.
Loyalty, pride, dedication, all attributes of a Knox Redskin football player. Like the Redskins, Keener Construction takes pride in their homes and community. Call Chad Keen today for your custom home build at 574-806-1387. Well, very similar to what happened last year, although it took to the second quarter to score. It is 8-6 right now in this ball game. If you're the Trojans, you got to feel pretty good.
Hey, but you know what? Both teams have got to feel good. They came out, moved the ball well. So, defense, both sides is going to have to step up. This might be whoever has the ball last might win the game on this one.
So the Trojans set to kick for the second time here in this quarter. Up by 2, under 6 minutes to go here in the first. We're so glad you've joined us here on KVB's WKVI. Mitch Columby along with Kenny Nielsen, and down on the field we have sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff. Set to kick for the Trojans. That is number 10, Nathan Peter, the junior, 5'7", 138. And he will kick this one, a squib up the middle. Bounces at the 34, and the Cavs will pounce on it. A very similar situation to how we saw the game start last year.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Cavaliers, when that ball's on the ground, your sole responsibility is if you're close to get on that ball. They took way too long. That young man, I don't know who it was, but he thought he was going to pick that up, but the Trojans were right there.
So this will spot it at the 33 here. On the near hash, the Cavs will have it. A great opening drive for them. Now we will see how they respond off the Trojan score. McEwen from shotgun. Twins to the right. He'll take the snap, steps back, rolls out of the pocket, fires to the right, and it's in the hands and incomplete to number 24, Scotty Banks, the freshman.
He was running before he caught the ball.
Hard pass to catch there, Justin.
Yeah, but heck, that was a beautiful slant, just right through the hands there. Scotty he even has gloves on, I think, and it just went right through. But beautiful route ran by multiple Cavaliers here.
So 2nd and 10, ball on the 33. McEwen tries the hard count, doesn't work. He looks to the far sideline, and there you hear head coach Austin Fouts through the sideline, Mike. He's yelling the play. McEwen will take the snap, steps back, looks to throw. It'll be almost intercepted, but it falls to the ground. I think that was Connor Huber that had a hand on it, number 1.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that one's a scary one for Coach Faust over there to watch when that gets tossed up in the air and there's more maroon underneath it than there was white. Boy, whew.
Yeah, that was definitely directed towards his brother there.
Yeah.
In Caleb, number 80. He just didn't go through the ball, and I'm sure the quarterback brother's yelling at him now mentally.
Yes.
Spread formation out of the gun.
Go to the ball.
Takes the snap. McEwen fires to the near sideline, and he has his man, and it goes out of bounds. It is number 5, Jordan Green, on the reception, and it will be enough to move the chains and be a Cavaliers first down.
That was a nice little play. Quick out there.
It'll spot it at the 44. From the near hash, McEwen breaks the huddle and they trot up to the line of scrimmage. He will take the snap from shotgun, hands off, and wrapped up immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Number 22, Dre Villarreal on the tackle. They tried to hand off, it didn't work.
No, Landon Hughes got him low. Dre took him high.
So it'll place the ball in the middle of the field now on the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 14. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 8-6, the Trojans lead. Out of the gun, McEwen. Hard count again. Now he looks to the far sideline to head coach Faust. Now he's set to go. Takes the snap, steps back, looking to throw, gets rid of it. It's caught at the 45, and it will be, that's number 24 for the Cavs, Scotty Banks. So he's getting involved here for a freshman.
Right. Pick up about 6, but that's 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, 3rd and a long 8.
So they'll need 8 here on this play to make it happen. It's spotted at the 45 in Cavalier territory. Trips to the left. McEwen from shotgun sets his man in motion. That's Braylon Jackson. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires. Deep ball down the middle. It's Braylon Jackson, and it's incomplete. Overthrown. It'll bring up 4th down, and in their part of the field, you assume they punt here.
I would assume they would put it in the air. The Trojans move the ball pretty well. They want to make them pick up a little more real estate before they get to the red zone.
And that's exactly what it looks like they will do here. And doing the punting duties, is that number 9, Justin?
It is.
Yeah,
yes,
Jonas
it is.
McEwen.
That is McEwen.
So not only is Jonas the quarterback, he also is doing the punting duties here. Snap, hold, punt, clean away.
Oh,
wobbly
guys.
Punt. It will be picked up. Nope. They'll just let the Cavs touch it where it rolls all the way to the 21. So that's where the Trojans will start this drive with 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. They lead 8-6. And if you know Mark Hall, he wants to get points on the board here on this drive.
Yes, he's going to want to put some yardage down there. I'm not sure who was on that far sideline for the Trojans, but he took his eye off the ball, and he about got hit with the ball on that punt.
So the Trojans will trot out to the field. We'll see sophomore Connor Huber here. Gets the play call from head coach Mark Hall. He will take the snap out of the flex bone. Hands off. Here he comes to the near sideline. A lot of space to the 35 to the 40 to the 45. Knocked out at the 48. A big handoff play to number 7. Guess who? Felipe Bazan.
Hey, they kind of left him out of that first series on defense. I mean, he's limping a little bit, but hey, that was a nice run. But there is a flag way back here. I don't think it's really holding against the Trojans because it looked like defensive holding on that play is what I saw. No.
I think it's heading back.
And that's a shame because that was way behind the ball when that happened.
So unfortunately, that will negate the Felipe Bazan run up the near sideline. It would have been at the 48. This will push them back all the way to the 12, 13-yard line in their own territory here with 3:40 to go in the first. 1st and 10. Huber takes the snap. Pulls the handoff from Villarreal, keeps it himself, breaks the tackle, juke move, and he gets to the 20-yard line. So Huber, he's a fighter.
Yes. Hey, got her back to the original starting spot. So, 6 or 7 yards on that carry. That was a good run, but that's a lot of work just to get back to where you started.
So this will bring up second down now, second and long. The Trojans trying to get that play back. They hear the numbers from Mark Hall. Set to go now. A lot of men up front here. Sets Bazan in motion, takes a snap, pulls the handoff from Villarreal, keeps it himself, breaks 2 tackles, a 3rd tackle, the 4th and 5th had to bring him down at the 22. He's slippery.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I tell you what, he's gaining all those yards on his own there on that one there, boy. They had him stop dead to rights, and he just squirmed his way out and picked up 2 or 3 yards on that, maybe 4.
Those are
maybe 2.
And those are one of those plays, guys, that, you realize why he's the quarterback.
Exactly.
So this will bring up 3rd and 8 here for the Trojans. They need 8 to keep this drive alive. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first. Takes the snap. Oh, counter up the far sideline. This is number 8. He's going to get the first down and more to the 40. All the way to the 45. A big run by Caden Gutwein. They like that opposite side.
Oh, I tell you, when that little misdirection there, I tell you what, well, let's hope we don't go to the well too often on that, but that one play is really working well. The backside for the Cavaliers is not staying put quite like they need to, and the Trojans are capitalizing on that.
So a fresh set of downs for the Trojans. 1st and 10, ball on their own 45-yard line, and they keep the drive alive. Huber sets his man in motion, takes a snap. It's the same play almost. Caden Gutwein. It wasn't a misdirection, but they just instead handed off right to him, and he goes up the left side.
Yep. That's a nice job removing the chains again on that one. Probably 11-yard carry on that. That was a nice play.
So another first down run for Caden Gutwein, putting up some numbers here in the first. 1:20 to go in the opening quarter. 8-6. The Trojans are leading. Huber sets Bazan in motion. Ooh, botch snap. Bazan picks it up, and he will be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained there, but they saved it. Could have been bad.
That could have been ugly, yes.
Trojan Nation here, quite filled in this we're in the new press box, but also the new stands here at the Trojan headquarters, Trojan Nation. Boy, they've got a nice, this is fancy. This is very high class.
Hey, long over, of course I would say it's long overdue, but, same stands from 1971 when this place was built.
Was it 71? I knew they were wood from last year.
Yeah.
2nd and 11. 36 seconds to go. Takes the snap. Huber, quarterback, keep up the middle. Spins out of a tackle. He's still on his feet. Breaks away to the 35 to the 30. Tackled at the 28. A touchdown-saving tackle by the Cavs. I didn't see who made the tackle. Who was it, Justin?
Looked like number 5, Jordan Green, the junior.
Yeah, it was Green.
But each player that they handed to in that option, guys, it's speed. I mean, you have Huber, you have Gonzalez and Gutwein. It's whoever gets it, it's fast.
Fresh set of downs. Last 6 seconds here. We'll see if they go for it. They will. Last play of the quarter. It's Huber up the left side, and he will be brought down. Flag flies late. He gets to the 24. That will be the end of the first quarter. We'll come back and see what the penalty is, so don't go anywhere. Second quarter action from Francisville, Indiana is on the way. The Trojans are leading the Cavaliers of Culver 8-6.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Back here at Francisville, 8-6. The Trojans lead the Cavs of Culver. We found out that the penalty is on the Trojans. They're calling it a face mask, Coach. It'll push the Trojans back.
Hey, we still got first down there, but now it's just first down in a lot of yards now.
So they'll spot it at the 40-yard line in Cavalier territory. It still is, well, is it second down now or is it first down?
Still just first down.
Still first down and long here. So first and long from the 40. They need to get to just inside the 20. It's a toss out. Caden Gutwine up the left side, and he will be tackled inside the 40 at the 38. They like Gutwine. They like Bazan. What we haven't seen yet is Dre Villarreal much. We've seen him get the 2-point conversion. He's had a couple of carries up the middle, but really, he has not been relied on quite yet, and that is scary. Because once he gets involved, you know what can happen.
Yeah, I think that's by design at the moment, but I think last week was a rough week. It was a pretty tough game against Winamac. I know he was pretty sore after the game, so they may be just holding him back just a little bit this week to start out.
Well, we have a timeout on the field. I didn't see who called the timeout, but let's go. Oh, no timeout on the field. It was an untimed down. So that's what that was. No timeout is an untimed down. We'll go ahead and take this opportunity to check in with our sideline sports analyst, Justin Ruff. He's got a score update from the Winamac Warriors.
I do. Sticking in Pulaski County. Winamac just took the lead. They're up now 7-6 with about 1:30 left in the first quarter, Mitch. It looks like Wofford scored a touchdown and getting the lead, and they actually kicked a field goal. I don't feel like they've kicked a field goal in about 3 or 4 years. So that's a good sign for Winamac. They're ahead over the Falcons.
Well, that's good news from the other side of Pulaski County. Back in Francisville, the untimed down sees it at the 38-yard line here for the Trojans. Out of the flex bone, it is Connor Huber. He'll take the snap. There's Dre Villarreal up the middle, and the Cavs read it well, but he still gets at least 3 yards on the carry.
Hey,
Coach Hall, I think, heard you guys from way up there.
He must have.
We know we're going to see him tonight. It's only a matter of time.
Well, he heard you because I held the mic close to him. You heard it.
So this is 3rd and long. 3rd and 17 to be exact. Huber, they need this. Takes the snap, hands off Gutwine up the right side. Tackled at the 30, 29-yard line. They may be in 4th down territory here. Will we see Mark Hall say, let's go ahead and go for it deep in Cavalier territory here?
Caleb McEwen read that well. He was ready right there. He stayed put like he needed to on that backside, and he got a really nice tackle. Just a short yard gain on that one.
11 minutes to go here in the first half. 8-6 is the score. Very similar game that we saw last year in the first half.
Yes. Very defensive the first half. Yep.
Huber takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, rolls to the near sideline. He gets rid of it. Deep ball to the end zone. It's caught by Caden Gutwine at the 1-yard line.
Oh, my.
Huge play.
He wanted that ball more than anybody else did, and he went up and got that and brought that down. What a catch. Wow.
He was rewarded on that play, Justin.
I don't know. I do believe, I think Huber had his eyes closed when he threw that. We're going to say he did because it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful catch. Throw and catch for that kid right there.
Trojans going for 2. Flag flies. Oh. And head coach Mark Hall is furious. They didn't get the snap off in time, so this will push them back. They had it at the 1 yard line, and now it'll be at the 5. Still doable.
Yeah, first down and 6 to go. Oh, boy. Well, just got a little further to go now.
So for the 2-point conversion, Huber gets the play call from Mark Hall.
Or first and goal.
Or first and goal, excuse me. Thank you. Yes. Huber out of the gun, takes a snap, hands off. Dre Villarreal wrapped up immediately. The Cavs read it well. They knew what was coming, and that will stop them. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 here, or 2nd and goal, 6 to go.
Yeah. If he made it back to the line of scrimmage, well, he did, just barely. Yeah, they read that well. They clogged up the middle, and he had no room to go.
Big moment here. The Cavs defense tightening up. They don't want to allow them to score. The Trojans are trying to punch one through here. Huber takes the snap. Hands off to Villarreal again. Up the middle, still fighting his way forward. He gets maybe to the 2. It'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and goal with 2 to go. They need a play here to get it in the end zone. The Cavs are really being tough up front.
Boy. Well, we got 2 more tries here, so we got 3 yards to go. I got a feeling we're going to have a little trick play come out of here right now. We're not. I don't think we're going up the middle again.
He's got a feeling. We'll see what we got here. Huber takes a snap out of the gun. Pulls the handoff, keeps it himself, and he will get the touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice.
Okay, he went up the middle. Okay.
Well, he looked like he was going to try to hand off the Dre
yes.
and then pulled it at the last second. That's some good option football right there. So good job by the Trojans. We'll see if they go for 2 yet again here. If they do, that could make it a 3-possession ball game here.
Well, I don't think we have a kicking game, so I'm going to say
we're going for 2.
We're probably going for 2.
So here we go, the Trojans for the 2-point conversion. 14-6 is the score. Takes the snap, pulls the handoff. Oh, it is the handoff. It's Dre Villarreal up the middle, and he'll get the 2-point conversion.
That was Caden Gutwine.
Oh, it was Caden.
Came off the backside again. That play is working well.
So it was Caden Gutwine on the 2-point conversion there. A great drive for the Trojans. Had some mishaps, but they still are able to get points on the board as they lead 16-6, making it that much harder for the Cavs. But plenty of time here in the first half with 8:28 to go. Marv's Property Management specializes in limestone driveway materials as well as installation. They offer excavation, pond construction, ditch cleaning, tree line removal, lot clearing, basements, and foundations. They also deliver black dirt, landscape gravel, fill sand, pool sand, limestone, and decorative gravel. Call Marv at 574-806-4621 for all your property needs. Follow them on Facebook under Marv's Property Management. Let them know you heard it here first and receive 10% off. They have senior discounts as well. That's Marv's Property Management, serving the WKVI listening area. So big drive there for the Trojans. You got to feel pretty good if you're the Trojans. Now, if you're the Cavs, do you want to put some? You don't have to, but I would say you want to put points on the board here to stay in this game. You don't want to let the Trojans get the ball back and potentially score again.
Well, this is definitely a drive where the Cavaliers need to march it down, have a sustained drive, get down, put some points on the board, keep this close. You don't want to let the Trojans get another score up on them. It's tough to come back a couple scores down. like you say, we're 3 possessions right now.
And he will kick away. It's picked up by Braylon Jackson at the 25. Juke move to the 30, and that's where the Cavs will start. Update from North Judson. Chris McGowan has told me Aiden McGowan takes the opening kickoff to the house, 88 yards. Extra point no good, but the Jays lead the Lancers right now 6-0 in North Judson.
Well, like you said in the pregame, I'm sure those Blue Jays are very hungry after the last week. That was
for sure.
That was not a game that they want to repeat again.
So here come the Cavs on this offensive drive at the 31. In their own territory from the gun. It's Jonas McEwen. Twins to the right. He's going to take the snap. Flag flies. Did you see anything?
Yeah, false start on the Cavs. I believe they had 2 guys in motion.
So 1st and 15 now after pushing the penalty back. After the penalty, push the ball back. It's out of the gun. McEwen takes the snap, hands off. It's Braylon Jackson. He'll get to the 32. So they will get those yards back.
Yeah, 5-6 yard carry on that. That was a nice run. There was a big hole there. Trojans filled in quickly there on that one.
Jackson, one of those guys, we know he's an athlete. He can really make things happen. Only a sophomore. So here we go, 2nd and 9. Ball on their own 32. McEwen out of the gun, takes the snap, spread formation. He fires out to his twin brother, Caleb McEwen. Tripped up at the 33. Maybe to the 34.
Yeah, Caden Gutwine got a nice tackle on that. He had a little room to run. Thank goodness he got low, got him tripped up, kind of caught him at the ankles as he was coming down on that when he got that reception.
3rd and 7. The Cavs want this when they need it, just to keep things rolling. From shotgun, Jonas McEwen. Twins to the right. Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, has to get rid of it. He does, and it's tipped out of the air by number 72 for the Trojans. That was Mark Davis, the senior.
Yeah, that was not. He did a nice job on that. Marcus is a big kid. He's a tall kid. I believe he's about 6'2", 160 pounds soaking wet. But he did a nice job getting a hand in there, just tipped it just enough he couldn't catch that ball.
So set to punt yet again are the Cavs. Not what they wanted to have happen. They'll be giving the ball back to the Trojans with 7 minutes to go in the first half, down by 10. McEwen set to punt. Snap, hold, punt is clean away. Felipe Bazan will not touch it. It'll roll to the 29, and that's where the Cavs will allow the Trojans to start this next drive.
Trojans sent a lot of guys on that one, but they couldn't get in there and get enough pressure on him. He had a lot of time to punt that ball, which gives his guys, the Cavaliers, time to get further down on that. Wasn't a long punt, but Felipe just had no way to pick that up and run with it.
So first down for the Trojans on their own 29-yard line. Connor Huber, who's having a night, along with Caden Gutwine, Dre Villarreal. And we've also seen some great play on the offensive line. They are creating those holes.
The offensive line is doing a great job tonight.
Here comes Dre Villarreal on a toss out near sideline. Crosses the 30 to the 35 to the 40. Tripped up at the 41. He's hard to bring down.
Oh, boy. Felipe Bazan had a really nice block on the linebacker coming across there. Put a few more yards on that run for him.
So fresh set of downs for the Trojans. They're putting some plays together that they like, and it's working.
Yes.
The flex bone. Connor Huber sets his man in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Villarreal. Here he comes near sideline, crosses the 45 to the 40 to the 50. And then the 40 on the other side of the field. He's tripped up at the 35. He moves so fast, he already crossed the 50-yard line. Now he's in Cavalier territory.
Cavaliers did a nice job of getting him stopped at the line, but he was able to bounce and come to the outside and pick up yards once he got outside of the Cavalier defenders out there.
And now a timeout on the field from the Culver Cavaliers. Let's check in with Justin Ruff down on the field. What are you hearing, Jay?
You guys nailed it. It's the blocking is very key for West Central. It's creating space for these running backs to do stuff. And heck, I don't know if you guys saw it right here, but Trey did a beautiful Heisman, just stiffed arm a kid and put him on the ground. I mean, these West Central Trojans, they're fast, they're physical, and the little things, fellas, are key. That's what I'm seeing a lot down here, just the small blocks that creates from this offensive line. Not just the offensive line, but the wide receivers. They're having a heck of a good job tonight. They're doing a heck of a good job tonight blocking for the outside for these wide receivers to crawl in there and create some space. These Trojans, they're doing the little things right up close here, fellas.
So out of the timeout, the Trojans will have a fresh set of downs. You see on the far sideline, former head coach of the Cavs, Mike Zahner. He is now on the field where the last couple of years he'd been up in the booth helping make play calls. Now he's down on the field helping the coaching staff. It's good to see him back on the sideline. As here is Connor Huber. Misdirection again. It's Caden Gutwine. This time the Cavs read it well. They wrap him up in the backfield. He was a little unsure of himself on that one.
Yeah, well, Cavaliers did a great job of just staying put where they needed to. I don't know if it's defensive end or the cornerback stepped up there. There was two young men, number 8 and number 1 were both right there. He just had nowhere to go. Well, if I'm not mistaken, Mike's son is finally in high school, right? He's a freshman this year?
It's funny how time flies.
Yes.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Huber takes a snap, spins around, toss out. Dre Villarreal crosses the 30 to the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Gets to the 8, and he's tackled near sideline. He's so hard to bring down.
Well, what a big run. Felipe Bazan put a nice block on to seal him. Pulling guard, I believe it's Nathan Kimberly. He was right step with Dre as he was going. It's nice to see a fast pulling guard like that who will get out there and get nice blocks further down the field. That was a big gain.
So 1st and goal now. The Trojans are knocking on the door yet again. Here in the first half with 5 minutes to go. Up 16-6. This would make it even more. Huber takes the snap. Hands off to Villarreal. Up the middle. Tackled at the 2, maybe to the 1. So now we see a lot of Dre Villarreal. We were waiting on it, and they're using him.
Yes. I think Justin is right. I think Justin put the microphone over there and let Mark Hall know that we thought he ought to be running it more.
One yard to go, 2nd and goal. He's going to take this. Huber up the middle, quarterback keep. Touchdown, Trojans! 22-6.
Wow.
Not a bad first half.
No. You know, that first drive, West Central, the line wasn't producing quite like they needed to, but I tell you what, whoever the line coach is down there must have had a really good talk with them that, hey, you guys need to pick it up here, you know, in these last few possessions. The line, West Central's line, has just been dominating the Cavaliers.
So going for 2 are the Trojans. Huber takes the snap, misdirection. Up the right side, and he will get it. It's number 7, Felipe Bazan. He walked it right in. 24-6, and the Cavs are stunned.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna go back out and say that, I like what the line's doing for blocking. I like what the wide receivers are doing, for blocking. But the backs who are the decoys are doing a great job of putting on blocks too for the guys who get the ball. Connor Huber is doing a great job hiding that ball. It is hard. There's a couple times we lost who had the ball out there.
Yeah.
But Connor is doing a great job with that option. It's very hard for the defense to read. So they're doing a great job. Connor's doing a great job, and all the backs are doing a great job blocking and running tonight.
Thoughts so far, Justin?
I mean, you guys got it. I mean, this is a type of offense West Central's running. This is a type of offense I would run on a video game to make my buddies upset and just frustrated because it's very hard to read, like you said, Kenny. I mean, like you don't know where the ball's going. Wherever it goes, you blink, it's gone. So, again, this is a video game offense you want to run, and West Central's doing a heck of a job mastering it. They know what they're doing, and they're showing it off right now. It's beautiful stuff.
Well, when you got 11 guys packed in a small area, it's the anomaly is it's odd when we have a man come out.
So the Trojans are set to kick. They will.
Absolutely. Mitch, if I ran this offense against you.
It'll be returned from the 15, gets it to the 20, to the 21.
Ooh.
Big time tackle by number 2, the Trojans, Cameron Noost.
Yes.
You say what, Justin?
If I ran this offense against you, you'd be very frustrated. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You would throw the controller at me.
Well, they're picking right up where they left off last week, and this is kind of what you were telling us in those reports, Justin. You weren't kidding. The Trojans are really looking good here early on in the season.
No. And I think they got faster. Like, is that possible, Kenny? I think they got faster
they are
from a week ago.
I don't know how. I just don't understand.
So first play for the Cavs, it will be sniffed out.
Ooh.
Big time tackle by Dre Villarreal in the backfield. They hand it off to, I believe, was it Caleb McEwen, number 80?
It looked like it.
Yep. They tried to do what West Central's doing, a little option.
A rare play from the Cavs, and now we will see 2nd and 10. They didn't gain anything. They didn't lose anything. So from the gun, it's Jonas McEwen with trips to his left. Tries the hard count. Didn't work. Now he looks to the far sideline. Coach Faust relays the play. They're going to go ahead and call timeout.
Yeah. He ran out of time, definitely. I believe the play clock was down to 2 seconds when they finally got the timeout called there.
The Trojans are just showing how strong they are here in the early going of the season. We do remind you, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is going to historic Wrigley Field to catch the Chicago Cubs take on the Tampa Bay Rays Sunday, September 14th. Hop on a chartered bus at KVB headquarters and be chauffeured all the way to the friendly confines. Enjoy all you can eat and drink as we hang out on the historic rooftops. Rusty Nixon, the voice of KVB's Max 98.3, and myself will be hosting this trip, so call us at 574-772-6241 during regular business hours to save your seat and join us for Sunday Fun Day. The seats are filling up fast. Should be a lot of fun. Always a great time at Wrigley.
Oh, man. I've never been there.
Oh, you gotta go.
I would love to go. I would love to go.
Well, we're going.
I have a sister, Sue. My sister, Sue, she's a huge Cubs fan.
So out of the timeout at 2nd and 15, the Cavs talk it over. We'll see what they decide to run here. They need to get points on the board sooner than later. From shotgun, it's Jonas McEwen, takes the snap, pump fake. Now he throws down the far sideline to his brother, Caleb McEwen! It may be caught. It is!
Whoa.
First down pass play to his twin brother, Caleb McEwen, gets it all the way to the 36.
A couple of West Central defenders right close to him, and he was able to bring that down. Boy, that was a great reception there.
They were rewarded on that one. So it'll be on the 36, 1st and 10, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first half. They trail 24-6, and the Cavs need something here before the end of the first half. Next play from shotgun, McEwen runs into one of his own running backs, but he gets up the middle, and he's able to get at least a yard, maybe 2 out of it. We saw the Trojans have a botched snap. Now the Cavs are having some issues as well. We're still in week 2. Some of these teams still kind of dusting off the cobwebs, getting out of summer mode.
Yeah. And I hate to, and I know I'm going to jinx this, but it's nice to see we're almost through the second quarter, and we haven't had to stop for anybody with a cramp.
Yep. Well, it is a cooler night.
Yep.
From the gun, McEwen takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires, has his man. It'll be a first down. It is his twin brother, Caleb McEwen. They get it to the 46, close to the first down here. I think they're going to move the chains here. Yep. It's a Cavalier first down with 2:15 to go in the first half.
Well, the Trojans are doing a good job of keeping it in front of them, but, they're the second reception for a first down. The Cavs are doing a great job of seeing where that ball is open across the middle there.
Next play, out of the gun. McEwen takes the snap, fires the left side. It's Caleb. He gets it again. Maybe 7 yards gained or so on the reception. They are now in Trojan territory.
You think you can play press man on that side?
Well, they got about 8 yards on that carry. Long 7, short 8. Hey, they're doing a great job of finding that. I think the Trojans are going to have to clean that up come second half. We need to get a stop here, but they're going to have to clean that up, these quick passes.
McEwen right away takes a snap, pump fake, deep ball down the left field sideline to Caleb McEwen. Oh, it may have been intercepted. Yep. I think they're saying he was out of bounds. It was Felipe Bazan. He can't believe it. He had it in his hands, but they're saying it was incomplete. Luckily for the Cavs.
Yeah. Felipe had a nice read on that. Caden Gutwine was doing a nice job just shoulder to shoulder with McEwen on that play.
McEwen, next play, 2nd and 3, takes a snap, fires to the far side of the field. It was his intended target, number 5, Jordan Green. I don't think he got it. He caught it, but he may have been out of bounds. So incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down here with 3 yards to go for the first. Coming up on 90 seconds in the first half. The Cavs need points, and they need them now.
They need to get this first down right here.
From shotgun, Jonas McEwen takes a snap, steps back, rolls to the near sideline, trying to find someone. Here come the Trojans. He throws. Tried to get it to Braylon Jackson, and it's incomplete. It will be a turnover on downs, and the Trojans have it with 1:30 to go. Do you try to score here?
I don't think they're going to take a knee, so...
Well, the Cavs started with the ball first, so the Trojans will get the ball to start the second half. So this could be a huge moment here for the Trojans and Mark Hall if they decide to put points on the board. What are you hearing down on the sideline, Justin?
Well, the heck, man, they weren't really happy with some of these calls. They thought they intercepted it over here, which it was from over here. It kind of looked like he did. But this is a big opportunity here for the Trojans to just put Cavaliers more in the hole here. Not good. You're a Cavaliers fan.
So the Trojans will line up to go for it on 1st and 10. It is a quarterback keep by Connor Huber. He breaks the first tackle, breaks the second, and it took the third to bring him down right at the 50-yard line. So several yards gained here on that play as that clock continues to tick. 1:15 to go here in the first half.
That was a lot of work for 4 yards.
He just kept going.
Yeah.
He didn't stop. So from the near hash, under 1 minute to go, 2nd and 6, the Trojans have it. Huber out of the gun, takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, fires near sideline. It's Felipe Bazan, but it's overthrown. And I think that one of the assistant coaches, he wanted a pass interference call on that one.
He was trying to buy it, but an uncatchable ball, you're never going to get that call out there. So we're under 45 seconds left to go. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans here. Let's see what they come up with.
And now the Trojans will take a timeout here. So they may want to talk something over here to try to get points or something.
Something, yes.
There still is plenty of time with 44.9 seconds to go. As L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports, they are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Last update we had from Winamac, they were leading against Frontier at home. We remember they weren't able to get that game in last year, Justin, due to the weather in Frontier. So the Warriors didn't even have a week 2 game last year. It's glad to see them finally get this game against Frontier in this year, Jay.
Yeah, Mother Nature, they're buddies with Mother Nature this year, I think. And it's right now, Mitch, it is 20-13. The Warriors are down with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter there.
Next play, Huber has it. Handoff, misdirection. It's Caden Gutwine, breaks the tackle, gets to about the 48, maybe the 47. And now it is third down with 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
The D-line's doing a better job of containing the runners here, especially with the Caden coming off that backside. They've been staying put on there.
They may just let this run out here, and we'll see if Justin Ruff is able to get a word with head coach Mark Hall on the sideline. The end of the first half will show the West Central Trojans leading the Culver Cavaliers 24-6. The Trojans punch the Cavs in the mouth, and they are feeling very, very good. We'll see if Justin is able to get a word with head coach Mark Hall here, as we'll go ahead and send it down to the sidelines. It is Justin Ruff with head coach Mark Hall.
Hey, how's it going, Coach? So they attacked first, that very first quarter, made it 6-0, but 24. It's right off the bat, Coach. Your offense is looking super fast, just like last week. What are your adjustments heading into the second half?
We just got to continue to execute. They came out, they had a good drive. We didn't communicate anything, and they had a good play on for it. So we gotta get that momentum, that energy we had last week, and we were searching for it. Hopefully we can find it, because Culver, they're a hard-nosed team. They're going to continue to come after us. We got to pick it up and keep going even harder in the second half.
I love it, Coach. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Mitch.
That is sideline reporter Justin Ruff getting a word with head coach Mark Hall of the West Central Trojans, feeling very good right now. 24-6 is the score. We'll come back in the Frayne Mortuary halftime show. We'll break this first half down with our sports analyst special guest tonight, Kenny Nielsen. So don't go anywhere. We appreciate you joining us for the first half. Don't go anywhere, though. The Frayne Mortuary halftime show is up next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
24-6 is the score here in the Frayne Mortuary halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. I am joined by special guest sports analyst Kenny Nielsen here in the booth as we break down this first half. Well, what do you think, Coach?
Oh, it's a great half. Yeah, technical difficulties on a rookie down here.
No, you're fine.
Excuse me.
But overall, first half, what do you think?
Cavaliers got out to a great start. They've kind of foundered a little bit from there, but there was some things at the end of the half that they were doing, some quick passes that the Trojans weren't picking up as well. But the Trojans are just doing what the Trojans do. They're just going to run the ball at you, and you got to stop them. The fact that they just held back Villarreal for as long as he did, we had talked about it a couple times here that, they're saving him back, but they brought him out and they're letting him run now. And I don't know. I don't know if Culver has an answer to that quite yet, but we will see. I know that they will definitely be making some adjustments in the locker room right now.
Well, a big first half for the Trojans as they lead, like I said, 24-6. We heard Justin Ruff mention a moment ago the Warriors were trailing at the last update we had. We also had an update from North Judson where Chris had mentioned Aiden McGowan took the opening kickoff to the house, 88 yards. The extra point was no good. Then Aiden McGowan had an interception. And then from there, the Jays scored. 3 yards out, Asen Harper took it into the house. A 2-point conversion is good. And at that time, it was just past 7 minutes to go in the first. North Judson was leading LaVille 14-0. But now on the line, we have our very own sideline sports analyst, Chris McGowan, on location for North Judson and LaVille. Chris, what do you have?
At the end of the first quarter, North Judson leads LaVille 14-0. The first couple minutes of this game was the Aiden McGowan show. The opening kickoff, 88 yards, and then on the second play of offense for LaVille, he has an interception. North Judson takes that and punches that in from 3 yards out. Asen Harper on the run. 2-point conversion's good. At the end of the first quarter, North Judson leads 14-0. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, that is Chris McGowan on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers. We remember, or if I heard it, but on the Saturday morning coaches show for Max 98.3 FM with Rusty Nixon, LaVille's head football coach told Rusty last Saturday that he figured last week's loss for the Jays left a bad taste in their mouth, and he said, I am preparing our Lancers to be ready for a upset Blue Jay team. It looks like that's exactly what they're seeing tonight.
Hey, it's nice to see them come out and put a few quick scores on the board. It's definitely Coach Lambert. He was a little bit beside himself on their performance last week. So, they're definitely going to come out and prove this week that, last week was just last week. That game is over with. Now we're moving ahead. It's not the first game of the year that counts. It's the last game that counts.
Well, speaking of the Knox Redskins, who the Jays fell to last week, I have been told that Miles McLaughlin scores on the first play again this week. He did the same thing last week to the Jays. He scores on the first play in Royal Center, I'm being told by Harold Welter. 70-plus yards he took it to the house. Knox is leading Pioneer 6-0. And we remind you, Miles is so close to surpassing Jack Kaiser in Indiana's all-time rushing record. So I think he told me in his interview, we'll hear tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Line because he is our Athlete of the Week, he said that he has an opportunity to not only surpass Jack Kaiser on this list, he's in the top 10, but he could be number 5 in all-time rushing. Number 5 in all-time rushing in Indiana high school football history. Miles McLaughlin, my goodness, he's just quite the athlete.
Well, he is definitely a specimen. That young man, just watching him when he gets a hold of the ball, there's just no stopping him. You don't arm tackle that young man.
Well, let's check in with our sports analyst down on the sideline here in Francisville. It's Justin Rupp. Justin, what are your thoughts on the first half here?
Throwing at me. Well, I'm talking to him. Look, I'm talking to a buddy. He ran away.
What were your thoughts on the first half, Justin?
Well, heck, I tell you, it's definitely the Trojans show, and we talked about it, fellas. Is once they get to the outside, it's over. They're picking up 5, 10 plus yards once they get the opening in the outside. And again, I've talked about it. I'm going to say it again because I have a microphone in my hand. The blocking has been awesome, and it's really showing. What catches my eye is number 2. I had his name. I think it's Noosed. Yeah, Cameron Noosed. Is it Noosed, Kenny, or is it
it's Noosed? Yeah, he's
Noosed,
a wrestler.
Okay, because
he's a wrestler.
He's senior, and multiple times I seen him blocking the way you're supposed to be blocking, not holding, but you're blocking the correct way. And they've gained about 15 yards every time going towards his direction. I mean, it's just, and he's not the only one, fellas. It's just a blocking right now. In the beginning of the game, I thought Culver was just going to just out-throw West Central. That's what it looked like in the beginning. But West Central did a very good job adjusting to their passing game. And it's really shutting them down, making them uncomfortable, making Culver do stuff that they're not really used to or practice a lot. And you can see right now who's in control of this game, because on the sidelines, West Central, they're just going nuts when it comes to intensity.
Yeah.
Every time the intensity is getting higher for West Central, and it's right now the confidence.
Yeah.
Watching the second time, watching these guys the second time in a row, their confidence has grown. And it's a big part of their success if you believe in each other. Right now, West Central's believing in each other.
Well, big first half for the Trojans. We'll take a break and come back. This is the Frayne Mortuary halftime show for Kenny Nielsen. I'm Mitch Columbi, also Justin Ruff. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winnemac. It's our family serving your family.
This is Mark Hall, head coach of the West Central Trojans. Stay tuned for more Trojan football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want to keep you safe.
Since 2012, All Grain Transport has proudly served our area farmers. What started with Adam, his wife Lindsay, their oldest son Leland, and 1 truck, All Grain Transport has grown into 11 trucks strong and a family of 5 L's. All Grain Transport specializes in efficient grain hauling during harvest, and with on-site storage, customers can harvest faster and market their grain long after the season ends. From grain to a variety of ag needs, All Grain really can transport it all. All Grain Transport is proud to help continue the tradition here on WKVI Sports, so call them at 574-225-6131. That's All Grain Transport. Family driven, community strong, and built to haul it all.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. 24-6, the Trojans lead the Cavs of Culver.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour, with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Austin Faust, head coach of the Culver Cavaliers. Stay tuned for more Cavalier football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Get all of your automobile needs done at Sideline Automotive. They're thankful the community has trusted them and voted them the #1 tire store, #2 place to get your oil changed, and one of the top 3 places to go for auto repair. For off-road performance and complete auto repair, call Joey at 574-249-5537.
Back in Francisville, Indiana, the West Central Trojans lead the Culver Cavaliers 24-6. I'm Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. Joined with Kenny Nielsen, of course, the wrestling head coach here at West Central. Anything exciting coming up for the winter, or are you not quite there yet?
We're not quite there yet. I was hoping to have a call out here shortly to see who we got. You know, it's kind of nice to come tonight and see some of my guys that have wrestled, the wrestlers out here. Dre's a former wrestler. We need to get him back.
Need to get him back in there.
Yeah, he's a big boy. But, you know, Cameron Noost, Nathan Peter, Ezra Rodriguez, and I'm sure there's others, but, you know, it's good. For me as a wrestling coach, I love my wrestling kids playing football. It's kind of the yin and the yang.
It works. It's almost a duality. It works in both the same muscle groups like you've talked about before. It just goes hand in hand. If you can get them in the weight room in the winter, that almost helps the football team out for later on down the road.
Right. I mean, you know, especially your offensive and defensive linemen, you know, just being able to create angles and movement and, you know, spatial awareness, you know, just how you're getting blocked this way, how to shed that and move off. You know, wrestling is just great for that.
Well, we're hanging out here in a brand new press box. The facilities here at West Central are first class, just really nice up here. The AC's on. It just feels great up here. It feels brand new. It still smells new up here.
It does smell new. Other than Dave Allen down there kind of smelling up the place, you know, it's pretty nice down here.
Well, we do remind you the public address announcer tonight in the Trojan Trench is Sean Walsh. Our scoreboard operator is Tyson Mellon. The play clock operator is David Allen, as Kenny Nielsen just mentioned. And then our officials this evening. So far, I mean, they've really done a good job out there on the field. Don Amadai, Rick Padell, Tony Wheelock, Chris Doyle, and an old teacher of mine from Rushville High School, Ryan Standish. I had a chance to catch up with him. It had been since 2011 since I'd seen him.
Wow.
He hasn't changed a bit. He now lives in Rensselaer, and his daughter was on that Rensselaer basketball team that went to state this past year under the direction of Wes Radke, connecting the dots there with North Judson. Yeah. So there's some Rushville, there's some things connecting here, Rushville in this area. It's kind of interesting. We've talked about Kerry Brown from Winamac, coaches basketball for the boys team at Rushville. So just kind of interesting how the world isn't as big as you think.
Yeah, what is it, Kevin Bacon and the 6 degrees of separation there?
Well, hey, I got a text from Harold Welter. He said, tell Coach Nielsen, for a wrestling coach, he sounds like he knows something about football, too.
I played a little bit of football in my day. I played football. Well, it was obvious that I wrestled. I wouldn't have been much of a basketball player, that's for certain.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you did.
Yeah, I do, yes.
Well, we remind you every morning to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central. You can catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting news reporters Rusty Nixon and Becca Shepard. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. The Trojans will start with the ball here in the third quarter. Definitely good for them, but if you're the Cavs, you got to have a good defensive stop here.
Well, they got to keep the Trojans from scoring right away. You know, you don't want to go down any further than what you are. You're down 18 right now. You know, that's 3 possessions. So you've got to get a good stop, get a good kickoff, you know, pin them deep, make them go 3 and out, and then make something happen.
Mark Hall going over his final preparations with his team. I'm guessing it was probably a pretty nice halftime. That's 2 halftimes in a row now. He's had a pretty nice halftime the last 2 weeks. And you think about Mark Hall, the years he's been here at West Central, he's been through it all. And there's a lot of years, you know, that he definitely doesn't like to remember. But that almost makes these years that much sweeter because of the work that you put in on those tough years.
You know, as a coach, those tough years just grind on you. Mark had a lot of years that it was very tough being a head coach here. He stayed the course. He's worked hard with these guys. So, you know, he deserves, you know, another week where he goes in at halftime. He doesn't have to have a real hard talk with them. Just keep them focused, you know, a few things to take care of and get them back out here. Let's get 24 more minutes done and walk out with the W if we can.
Well, we'll see what happens here as the Cavs are set to kick. This is Colton Howard, number 30, doing the kicking duties. Felipe Bazan, and I'm not sure, I can't see the other numbers set to return.
Nathan Peter, number 10.
Thank you. And we are underway for the third quarter. It'll be over the head of Felipe Bazan back to the 15. He picks it up at the 14. Now he crosses the 15. Nope, stops at the 15. Nice juke move up to the 20, to the 21, and tackled at the 22. He is shifty.
Yes. Has a lot of east and west and a little bit of north and south there on that. He got a lot of running in on that one just to get what few yards he did. My limited knowledge of football, I like when a kid gets to that, but for me, I get nervous. You're that far down. Sometimes you just want to get to the ground with the ball.
Yeah. So here we go, 1st and 10 to start the third. The Trojans have it, and they've done well all night long. We'll see if they can continue the success on offense here in the third. Connor Huber, the flex bone. Dre Villarreal behind him. Takes the snap. Pulls the handoff from Villarreal to the near sideline. Breaks the first tackle. Cuts up. Gets the 25. Pushed out at the 26. And he's shifty as well.
Yes, he is hard to bring down. I'm not sure which guy it was, but he had a really nice tackle on Villarreal. But the only problem was Villarreal just didn't have the ball.
So they will spot it, it looks like, at the 27. So the 27 is where the Trojans will have it on 2nd down.
2nd and 5. What do we got? A timeout going on here?
There may have been What are you seeing on the field, Jay?
Yeah, it looked like a little player down. I didn't see who it was, but he jumped up right away. Just after a little breather down there for a couple seconds, but he's back out. He looks fine over here.
So here we go, 2nd and 4. Ball on their own 27. Huber takes the snap, hands off to Villarreal up the middle, and he will get to the 30. Oh, ball comes loose, and the Trojans pounce on it at the 35. So Dre Villarreal loses it, and he's able to track down the loose ball before the Cavs get a hand on it.
Wow. I think Dre had to go over top of one of his linemen. He just had to step over the top of him. Sometimes when I played football, I was a lineman. I was kind of slow, and so I was a lineman, and there was nothing worse than getting ran over by the guy with the ball.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Takes the snap, misdirection. Felipe Bazan up the right side, gets through the hole, but he's tackled maybe at the 37 to 36-yard line.
Not a lot there on that one. That was a nice, they're doing a good job. The Cavaliers are doing a much better job of watching that ball and staying home and reading that handoff instead of just automatically assuming that Dre's got the ball.
2nd and 8, 2 yards gained. Takes the snap. Handoff this side. It's Caden Gutwein, and he's tripped up at the 38. A Cav got a hand on his ankle, and he went down immediately. So the Cavs are awaiting that play now that they saw all first half.
Yeah, they've done. The coach did a great job. Coach Faust did a great job of getting some adjustments on this. Getting guys to stay home a little longer instead of trying to get onto the ball so quick. Just let the play kind of come to you and read it a little better.
3rd and 5. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. 24-6, the Trojans lead. They have the ball on their own 40. Takes the snap. Huber up the middle. Dre Villarreal. And the Cavs are stuffing them at the line of scrimmage. They're doing a very, very good job right now defensively.
They're keeping a lot of guys in the box there. The Trojans are not going outside. Noose has been wide out quite often in this half, but we're not. The Trojans are not a passing team, obviously.
So this will be 4th down. The Trojans look like they're going to punt for the first time in this game. The Cavs did a great job defensively here on the opening drive to start the third. This is exactly what they wanted to have happen. Trojans, snap, hold, Villarreal, punt, clean away. It will be caught by Braylon Jackson at the 32, and that is where they will take over.
Nice punt, nice coverage by the Trojans. Let's see if the Cavaliers will take what they learned a little bit on those last few plays, those quick slant passes getting out. Maybe they're going to carry that on into this half.
So here comes Jonas McEwen, tough first half. See if he can get things going for the Cavs on a spread formation here out of the gun. He'll take the snap. Pump fake. Oh, ball comes loose late. The Trojans say they have it. We'll see if it's...
the Trojans have it.
Oh, my. Okay, they are saying it is still Cavalier football. They're saying it was a tipped pass.
Woo.
So that saves the Cavs from losing it in their own territory. The Trojans,
deep in their territory.
Boy, they were licking their chops. So 2nd and 10 here, 8:50 to go in the third. Cooling off here in Francisville as the sun sets. 64 degrees right now. Calm night. Trips to the right. From shotgun, McEwen takes a snap, looks to throw, fires down the middle. It's incomplete. His intended target, Caleb McEwen, hits the grass early. So it'll bring up 3rd down, and this is what the Cavs, they get in trouble sometimes. They can't get the first 2 plays to work, and they're already looking at a 3rd and 10. And that's one of the detriments of throwing. When they don't complete them, they don't gain anything. Whether you run a few yards every couple of plays, you at least get something.
If you can pick up a couple yards on the first couple plays, put you 6 yards to go, gives you a little leeway what you have to do on 3rd down.
Trips to the left, out of the gun. McEwen takes the snap, hands off, and I believe that was number 10. Yes, Isaiah Gonzalez. He won't get the first down. He will be shy of it by several yards. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Cavs will have to punt again. Jonas McEwen does the punting duties for the Cavs as well. Deep to return for the Trojans is Felipe Bazan. The snap, hold, punt, blocked by the Trojans, picked up by the Cavs at the 31. So that's where the Trojans will take over.
Wow. That was some nice pressure.
Hard.
Yes, they did. They sent everybody.
So McEwen wasn't able to get the punt clean away, and the Trojans get a hand on it, and now they are in Cavalier territory, knocking on the door here at the 31.
Well, that wasn't good for the Cavaliers.
No,
right
it was not. This is a tough situation for them, but if you're the Trojans, you've got to strike, especially while the iron's hot here. 8:03 to go in the third from the 31. 1st and 10. Huber takes a snap. Here he is. It's Felipe Bazan up the right side. Crosses the 30. Tripped up at the 28. If he breaks that tackle.
That was a long run if he would have broke that tackle. Pick up about 3 on that one.
So it'll be 2nd and 7, and that's kind of what the Trojans have been able to do tonight. That first play, they're able to get at least maybe 2 to 3 yards, some cases more, and that sets them up better for 2nd and 3rd down and so on.
Well, when you don't really, I'm not going to say we don't have a passing game. The Trojans don't have a passing game, but they're not known for their passing game. You know, you got to get it down to short yardage by the 3rd down so that you get yourself in a position to be able to pick that up.
Huber will end up handing off to Dre Villarreal. He'll bring it to the near side. It will be, I don't even know if he gained anything. Really, the Cavs read it well.
Yeah, if he got a yard, I think if he got back to the line of scrimmage, he was lucky.
Theron Carrington got in there. One of the main pieces to this Cavalier puzzle is Theron Carrington. He's a senior, and man, does he live in the weight room.
I heard you guys talk about that.
He is shredded. Also hearing impaired, so they have sign language experts on the sideline to relay the play to him. The next play is a handoff at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, nothing there.
And that was Caden Gutwein. They're paying a lot more attention to Gutwein and Bazan here in the third.
Yeah. That was Carrington on that tackle again.
He is an animal. So here we go again on 4th. Huber, here come the Cavs. They will tackle him. Ball comes loose late. It was a huge sack by number 62 of the Cavs. That is Drake Zorich.
Wow.
So Drake Zorich comes up with a big-time tackle. Huge play there, Justin.
Man, I felt that, right? I felt that hit, fellas. I mean, he came like a rocket out of that defense. I mean, I'll tell you what, the Cavaliers are doing a heck of a better job in this second half, reading that option offense for the Trojans.
So the Cavs have it, 1st and 10, sets Caleb McEwen in motion, and it may be a false start here on the Cavs. It was a pitch to his brother Caleb as he ran by from the motion. And it'll be a false start on the Cavs, pushing them back.
I don't know. Was that going to be a little flea flicker there? Because he almost looked like he was pulling up to look to pass that ball. I don't know if they had set that up as a trick play and somebody moved and kind of put a kibosh on that one.
So 1st and 15 now. The Cavs have had several plays like this. He'll take the snap, steps back, looks to throw to the near sideline, and it's incomplete. His intended target, Jordan Green. They tried to home run ball, and it didn't work.
That was a nice play. Noose was right with him, step for step. Nice pass, just a little long. I don't blame the Cavaliers on that one. You know, instead of being in third, you know, you're 2nd and long right now. So try that one right away now. Try to get some yards on the ground and see what happens there.
2nd and 15. See if they can get something here. It'll be Jonas McEwen from shotgun. Twins to the left. Lone receiver out to his right. Takes a snap, rolls to the left. Looking for someone. Oh, no, it was in the hands of Scotty Banks, and he drops it. It'll bring up 3rd and 15. This is what we were talking about, that it just piles on, and it almost feels like you can't get anything going.
Yeah, when you put yourself so far behind the 8 ball right here, Trojans have a pretty good idea what the Cavaliers have to do here.
So we'll see what the play call is for the Cavs here. They've thrown on each down on this possession. From shotgun. Twins to the left. Lone receiver to the right. False start. I believe Jordan Green, the lone receiver to the near sideline.
Yep.
He just hesitated, and that was enough. The jerky move there caused it. So that'll push them back 3rd and 20. It just doesn't get any easier for the Cavs.
No, I have a feeling he was going long and he was ready to go. He just jumped the gun a little bit there.
So here we go, 3rd and eternity. McEwen out of the gun, takes a snap, rolls out to the left. Here come the Trojans. He finds his man. It's almost intercepted by number 72 of the Trojans, Mark Davis. It'll bring up 4th down, and they will have to punt. A little bit of a stalemate here in the 3rd quarter. We had fireworks in the first. Now it is slowed down. The defenses are picking up here.
Well, the Cavaliers have done a great job of kind of picking apart what the Trojans have been running, but they just got to get their offense moving here now. The Cavaliers do. Defense is doing good. Offense needs to pick it up.
Snap, hold, punt. Clean away this time. McEwen, it'll bounce at the 40, back to the 43, and the Cavs will touch it. That's where the Trojans will take over. I'm being told by our very own Harold Welter that the Knox Redskins lead the Pioneer Panthers at the half in Royal Center. This is going to be shocking, guys, 6-0. So while the Redskins are able to get points on the board right away, it looks like the defense for Pioneer has been holding stout.
Wow. That's a tough place to go in and play. Pioneer playing in the pit is very tough. That's a tough place to go into. Pioneer likes to dominate there.
We'll also have a word with Chris McGowan on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers. But back in our game, it's 1st and 10, and the Trojans have it on their own 43. Pitch out. Dre Villarreal up the left field sideline, crosses the 50 into Cavalier territory, tackled at the 48.
Nice job by the outside guys, pushing guys out and him reading to come back in on that seam. Trojans are getting a lot of yards on that. I always hate to always call the left side the weak side, but when I grew up playing football, left side was always the weak side. And they're doing a great job coming back to this side, to the left side.
Great atmosphere here in West Central. Trojan Nation showed up. We saw the marching band at halftime. The cheer squad out in full force, bringing the energy here for all the fans at Francisville as they're very happy, leading 24-6. The flex bone, Connor Huber takes a snap, hands off to Dre Villarreal up the middle, and he crosses the 45 to the 44. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right, good enough for a first down. Pick up 5 or 6 yards every time. Doesn't take long to have a first down.
Also want to give a shout out to Rod Meyerholtz listening from Shelbyville, Indiana. Went to church with him growing up, so appreciate him tuning in this evening. Rod and Melissa Meyerholtz, so appreciate you tuning in on WKVI. So now at the 44, fresh set of downs for the Trojans. Connor Huber sets Felipe Bazan in motion. He hands off to Felipe. Here he comes up the right side, and he's tackled to the 39. So a good run there when he gets the ball, that first step is just, man, he's quick.
He's up to speed so fast once he has a hold of that ball. I mean, he's running on one leg that's bothering him tonight. It's obvious just watching him walk back after he runs. But I tell you, when he gets a hold of that ball, obviously that pain goes away because he's up to speed very quickly.
They'll spot it at the 40. What looked like the 39 is actually the 40 is where they'll spot it. It's 2nd and 6, under 3:30 to go here in the third. The Trojans in control. Huber sets Gutwein in motion, hands off, little pitch to him, tackle to the 40, and the Cavs are reading these plays a lot better in this half.
Oh, they definitely are. Guys are staying home, staying in their lanes, and, watching that ball. Like I say, Connor Huber, as a sophomore, does a great job with that option. And it's so hard. It had been, like I said earlier in the first half, that a couple times lost the ball pretty easily. It was like, well, where's the ball at? Well, it's on the other side already.
All right, here we go, 3rd and 5. Huber. Oh, they will draw the Cavs off sides. They set Felipe Bazan in motion, and the Cavs jumped early.
That wasn't just one guy. That was most of the line that came across.
Well, we also want to take this moment to thank Matt Ketchum and the friends at the Alley Cat Lounge in Broad Ripple, Indiana, tuning in live right now. From what I'm being told, it's being played through the restaurant.
Oh, those poor people have to listen to us.
They love us, Coach.
Well, good.
Sets his man in motion on the next play. Huber takes a snap. It's a botch play. He's going to keep it himself. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He tries to get back to it. I don't know if he may have lost a yard.
I think he lost a yard on that one. Yep.
So this will bring up 4th down in Cav territory, but it's 4-down territory, and I know Mark Hall will probably go for it here with only 1 yard needed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 4th and long one. Yeah, 4th and 2 here. 2 minutes of under here in the third quarter.
Next play, hand off to Dre Villarreal. Nope, they're going to stuff it.
No.
It'll be a turnover on downs. The Cavs defense came out this second half with a little chip on their shoulder.
Well, I would imagine Coach Faust probably had a good talking with them. I imagine, I don't know him well enough to say that, he probably had a bit of a come to Jesus moment with them that, hey, if you guys don't do better, this is going to be a long game.
We'll just pack the bus up and go home now.
Exactly. So they're playing with a mission here that they're, shedding blocks and staying in their lanes and clogging things up, and they're making it tough on the Trojans in this quarter.
So 1st and 10 for the Cavs, trying to make something happen. They hand off up the middle. It's number 10, Isaiah Gonzalez. He's still on his feet, crosses the 45, tackle to the 46. So there's a good run play for the Cavs on the 1st down.
This sets up so many more things for them. They're just, they don't have to automatically be like, hey, we got to get a pass off here. This one you pick up 5 yards. Get another decent run, pick up maybe 3, and then it's 3rd and a short to get to the 1st down.
2nd and 5, ball on the 44 in Cav territory. It's Jonas McEwen trying to string something together here. He takes a snap out of the gun, hands off. It's Gonzalez up the left side, crosses the 45 to the 50, now to the 47 on the other side of the field. They're in Trojan territory, and they're moving the chains, Coach.
Hey, that was a good run. Hey, they're taking a bit out of the Trojan playbook.
Now they want to run it.
Yes.
So it'll move the chains, 1st and 10, 58.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We have been scoreless this entire third. 24-6 in one half. Now nothing in the third. From the gun, McEwen, and now whistles.
I don't blame Coach Hall taking a timeout right there.
So he will burn the first of 3 in the second half. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline sports analyst on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays. I believe it's Chris McGowan with head coach Brett Lambert.
Thanks, Mitch. Here at halftime with Coach Lambert. Hey, way to start the game. 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and then you get the quick interception, punch it in, up 14-0. Did you like the start?
Yeah, I love the start, but we stalled out a couple times inside the 20, and I give LaVille credit for that. LaVille plays really good defense. But, yeah, the start was awesome with the kick return. McGowan got us there. I think he got the interception, too, didn't he? So, he did both of those. So, Aiden really got us off the good foot there. So, I like the way we're playing. We gave up one big pass play where our guys slip. Otherwise, our defense is playing well. But I'm sure there's going to be adjustments on both sides. So, we'll be ready for the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
That is Chris McGowan on location for the North Judson Sandpair Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers. A great first half for the Jays as they respond off that tough loss last week. We get back in action in our game, 1st and 10, the last 45 seconds of the third here. It's McEwen from shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Gonzalez up the middle, and they are running it right after the Trojans right now. It's been all run plays.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. It's like, hey, I really thought that they had some success at the end of that second half, passing some quick passes, but they've decided they're just going to take a play out of the Trojan playbook and just come and they're just going to run.
And they have the athletes to do so. 2nd and 7, last 13 seconds of the third. It's a pitch out to the far sideline, breaks away to the 35. And I believe, was that Isaiah Gonzalez again, Justin? Yes.
It was, yeah, and it looks like he was on the ground when he lost it. But they're really feeding Gonzalez right now, and he's doing a really good job taking advantage of these carries. And the energy's starting to pick up a little bit on this sideline, fellas.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a break as that is the end of the third quarter. 24-6, the West Central Trojans lead the Culver Cavaliers.
Looking for a stable career in an industry that doesn't slow down? Hoosier Racing Tire in Plymouth, Indiana is seeking motivated people who believe in quality and want to work in a safe environment. With thorough training provided for all positions, no experience needed. Second, third, and weekend shift production wages start around $20 an hour with potential at $25 an hour within a year. Quarterly bonuses, paid time off, and health insurance benefits that start on day one. Apply online at HoosierTire.com. That's HoosierTire.com. Hoosier Tire is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Mark Hall, head coach of the West Central Trojans. Stay tuned for more Trojan football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, WKVI.
In Francisville, Indiana, Mitch Columbia along with Kenny Nielsen and Justin Ruff. We go to the fourth quarter. 24-6, it's been all Trojans. The Cavs have not had the night they had in mind. Can they turn things around in the fourth, Coach?
Hey, it's a two-way battle here. The Trojans can't stall this out to a win. To use a wrestling analogy, they need to put some points on the board, but the Cavaliers definitely have the momentum going into this quarter.
So they'll flip sides. They are now going left on your radio dial on the 34-yard line in Trojan territory. The Cavs have it. It's McEwen. Oh, fumble on the play. It's picked up by the Trojans. And it will be a fumble recovery. The first play to start the fourth sees the Trojans take it back.
Oh, that was a nice blitz. They had two guys. If they just would have taken a half a second longer to hike that ball, they'd have been offsides. They read that ball well.
It just has been that kind of night for the Cavs, Justin.
Justin's on his way. He had to come up and get a sweatshirt. He must have been a little chilly down there.
He's a little
It's too cold, man.
He's chilly. It's not that cold.
Well, heck, you're up there with fire.
It's 63 degrees. That's not bad. Next play, the Trojans have it. It's a toss out to Caden Gutwine up the far side, crosses the 40, tackle to the 38. We have too much fun doing this stuff, guys.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Mitch says I'm a baby. It's too cold.
You poor skinny guy out there chilly. Oh, my goodness.
You need to get ready for the winter. You need to put some weight on for the winter, Jay. He did get his
know,
jacket.
heck,
you weren't joking.
I brought my jacket for a reason. You said you don't need that jacket.
Well, I was glad to see you had a nice Purdue shirt on.
Oh, don't say that on the radio.
Well, that makes one of us then.
Toss out near sideline. Here he comes. It's Felipe Bazan. Crosses the 40 to the 35 to the 50 to the 45 to the 40 to the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 20. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Huge play by Felipe Bazan. He's so fast, I lost track of where he was.
He had a host of blockers out ahead of him, pulling guard. I don't remember which one that was, and Dre Villarreal right there, step for step with him. You know, that was a big run. It's something that the Trojans needed to do. It looks like we got a player down for the Cavaliers.
It looks like a cramp, just like what you were talking about.
I know. I told you I'd put the jinx on as soon as I say it.
Well, now that it gets chilly and this time of year, you know, the coaches at practice, they constantly are saying when I'm there, drink the water. You have to have the water. I've even heard some coaches say you need to at least get close to a gallon of water a day.
Oh, yeah. Bananas are good. I told this story last year, but we had a kid on my team. His nickname was Banana Dan.
I remember this, yep.
Because the poor guy, he was always cramping, so he ate so many bananas through the week. Now, Coach Hall, he's kind of mean about it. You get cramps, you got to eat mustard on the sideline. So
does he really?
Yes, he does.
I did not know that.
So
mustard.
Yeah. So
wow.
I would be like,
I hate mustard.
I know. Well, I kind of like it, but I'd rather have pickle juice if I had to drink something.
I couldn't do pickle juice.
So yeah, it's mustard. So you want to make sure you're well hydrated.
Mustard, Justin. Have you ever done that?
I'm not listening to you anymore, Mitch. You're making fun of me having a coach. I'm sorry. What'd you say about mustard? I don't know.
He said Coach Hall serves mustard to players that have cramps on the sidelines. I've never heard that before. That is pretty smart. I'm not a mustard guy though.
I am not either. I am not.
I'd be like, Coach, I'm not eating it. I'm sorry.
I can take mustard on a hot dog. I can take that.
Yeah, can you run and get me a hot dog first, Coach?
Yeah.
So after the big play, it spots it on the 14-yard line in Cavalier territory. The Trojans are knocking on the door. They're in the red zone here. 1st and 10, under 11 to go in the ball game. It's a handoff to Dre Villarreal. Found the hole, gets close to maybe the 10, probably the 11.
Well, you got the lead runner through there blocking, and you got Connor behind Dre, pushing Dre as he hands the ball off to him. Well, while we got a minute here, I'm going to compliment my wrestling coach, my assistant, Nate Williams. He does a great job on the field. You know, other than that gopher hole that was out there earlier on, that Culver had to kick and fill in. But, hey, he's got a nice job. The lines are nice and crisp. He does a great job. He does a lot of work on that.
Next play, counter, Caden Gutwine up the middle, tackled at the 1. So another misdirection play causes problems for the Cavs, and the Trojans attack, and now another player is down on the field. This time a Trojan. It looks like it's number 52, Landon Hughes, the junior.
Yeah.
You talk about Nate. I mean, he does such a great job for you in the winter as well.
Oh, yes.
He's just kind of your right-hand man.
He definitely is. You know, I lean on him for a lot. You know, he's my on-the-mat coach. You know, every year I get older, I'll be 62 by the time the season starts. So a 62-year-old guy doesn't show moves very well.
Can't be rolling around with these 16, 17-year-olds. But then also something that's taken off in the last few years is the girls program. And you've really been able to knock it out of the park with the last couple of years, having girls make it all the way to the state championship.
Yeah, we had 2 years. Yeah, last 2 years we've had girls in there. In fact, one of the assistant football coaches, it's his stepdaughter that made it to state finals last year, Zach Dix right here. You know, Chloe does a good job. You know, it's a big thing. It's growing by leaps and bounds. You know, a couple years ago, athleticism was getting girls along pretty good. Now the girls are finding out, hey, I got to work harder. This is not as easy to make my way to state as it had been. So, but the growth in the girls is just amazing. You know, we had to hire a coaching staff for the girls, you know, and that's one thing I got to brag on about our school board. It's like I went to them, I said, hey, there's just no way, you know, Nate and I kind of split up and did it. Nate did most of it the year before, and it's like there is no way we can be in two different places with this. So, you know, Jamie and Shannon Fritz. Shannon's the head coach. Jamie's the assistant. You know, they've been around wrestling forever. If you know anything about the Fritzes and wrestling at West Central.
They love it.
Yeah. So, you know, their two boys wrestled.
Hayden and
Know,
Drake.
well, those are nephews to them.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. So,
but I remember Hayden and Drake Fritz, of course.
Yes. Yep. So, it's been nice. You know, we're hoping to, you know, grow things. You know, it was nice. We had, I believe, 8 girls, and it was a thing where it was like, you know, hey, let's get some more, you know. So hopefully this year with having a staff on staff right away, they can start, you know, getting some call-outs, getting, you know, seeing these girls. Shannon's the volleyball coach, so she's kind of boxed in a little bit. She's got to get her volleyball season over with before she can really start anything with wrestling. You know, they start really essentially when volleyball's over, girls wrestling starts.
Landon Hughes will get up and walk off under his own power. We sure hope he's okay. He's definitely limping off the field. And, you know, Landon Hughes, he's been an athlete for the Trojans the last several years. We've talked about him multiple times. The junior, 6 foot, 185, offensive and defensive lineman. We sure hope he's okay as the Trojans are on the 1-yard line, 1st and goal, up 24-6. When we get back in action here, they're trying to put 6 more points on the board. It'd make it 30-6. Last 10 minutes of this ball game, they've been in control. The Cavs got those 6 points on the board early, but since that time, they have really gone silent on the offensive side, and that's a credit to the defense that the Trojans have shown.
Yeah. Well, the Trojan defense started out a little slow. Oh, there we go.
And it's up the middle. Dre Villarreal, another Trojan touchdown, 30-6. They like Dre, Justin. They love Dre Villarreal.
And it's just that beautiful. I mean, they've ran it all night. Just a couple outside runs, left, right, and then just giving it right there in the middle. I mean, it's extremely hard to stop, fellas.
Going for 2 are the Trojans. Huber out of the flex bone. Takes a snap. It's Gutwein. Nice juke move. Moves inside, and he'll get the 2-point conversion.
Nice.
32-6 is the score, and the Trojans are making it a big-time statement here in week 2.
Hey, it's good to see this. You know, these boys, they do a lot of work. There's a lot of mornings I see them doing walkthroughs, you know, especially with the skilled guys. They got a lot of walkthroughs. It looks like we've got another man down on the field on this one.
Oh, my. And I'm not seeing, it looks like it may be a Trojan here. I don't see a number.
It's a Cavalier.
Oh, no. So now a Cavalier has gone down. The trainers are visiting and tending to him. Do you see the number, Jay?
It looks like it's across the field. I can get a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's way on the other side of the field. 52.
42.
62.
62.
That's Drake Zorich.
I just talked to Hughes, though, Mitch, and he twisted his right ankle is what he told me. And he's walking back out there. Looks like he's getting ready to get back in. But just a little twisted ankle there, Junior Hughes.
Hey, I got to go work through the pain, that's all.
Got a little injury report there, Justin. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Well, good thing he got his coat on.
Yeah.
What are you making fun of me up there? What are you?
It's a nice coat, though. I do like the coat. Where'd you get it?
Yeah.
That is snazzy, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I make everything look good, though.
Oh, gosh, here we go. Now you know why we pick on you. All right, the Trojans set to kick after the 2-point conversion. Drake Zorch gets helped off the field, and they will kick away to the Cavs. It'll bounce at the 26, back to the 22, picked up by number 12. That was Zach Zahner, and he is pushed out of bounds. He didn't get much there. The Trojans wrapped him up immediately.
That's Tegan Hawley.
Oh, Tegan Hawley, thank you.
Yes.
So Tegan Hawley on the tackle. And I believe it was John Carr, number 12, actually. My apologies. John Carr.
Well, I have to say that the Trojans kicker has gotten better over the night. The first couple kicks wasn't pretty, but he's gotten a lot better over the last couple.
1st and 10, ball on their own 24. The Cavs need something. They need it now. Out of the gun. Ooh, hard count. Yes. They'll draw the Trojans offside. So that will move them forward. We've seen both teams use the hard count tonight.
Yes. Well, the Trojans read that last one when they picked up that fumble, that going through there, that it was just like, hey, let's go for a long count, let them try to come in again, and we'll just march off 5 yards. And, hey, 1st and 5 is pretty easy to go off of there.
So out of the gun, it's Jonas McEwen. 1st down, takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, deep ball down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted by the Trojans! Felipe Bazan! Their intended target for the Cavs was number 24. That was Scotty Banks, and he overthrew him, and Felipe was there.
Yeah, a couple of guys for the Trojans were right there. You can't blame the Cavaliers. They need to march down the field. A little under 9.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. You're down 26. You got to make some plays happen. So those kind of things happen when you're trying to push the ball down the field a little quicker.
So it's been that kind of night for the Cavs, but the Trojans have made it their night, and rightfully so. Takes the snap, hands off. Here he comes. Dre Villarreal crosses the 50, the 45 to the 40. Tackle to the 38.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball came loose, but I think the Trojans pounced on it, and Dre may have been down already. And now it looks like another Trojan is hobbled to get up. It looks like Felipe Bazan, but he will get up quickly. Oh, the Cavs are going to pick this up.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Who was that, Justin?
I don't know who it was, but I really thought he was down when he lost the football. But I'm not wearing a white hat, so I don't really know.
Well, that's a big turn of events there.
Coaching staff's not happy either.
Yeah.
So this will be a turnover off the huge Dre Villarreal run. The Cavs have it back from shotgun. Jonas McEwen takes the snap, hands off to Isaiah Gonzalez up the right side. He crosses the line of scrimmage, now to the 44, to the 45. That's where he's brought down. So a big run there for Isaiah Gonzalez.
Ooh, late flag on that one.
Oh, no. Maybe unsportsmanlike.
Probably going to be a late hit out of bounds there. That was a nice run, 7-8 yards. He got to the outside. Trojans weren't out there, and he got a big run out of that. And then they got him out of bounds, and I'm just going to guess that one of the Trojans got a late hit out of bounds. Yep.
So we'll see where they spot it here. It'll go past the 50 into Trojan territory. And it'll be spotted at the 43, the 44.
Wow.
So that's a big help for the Cavs.
Yeah, that's a 29-yard gain with penalty
That's
on one
huge.
play. Yes.
Let's see if the Cavs can make something happen out of it here. They need it. McEwen from shotgun. Gonzalez to his left, takes a snap, pump fake, deep ball down the right field sideline. Braylon Jackson's the intended target, but it's incomplete. Overthrew him. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, 9 minutes to go. Like I say, Cavaliers got to make something happen. They've got to get in the air. The run game, they've been getting quite a few yards, but they have very little time, and they need to put some points on the board, so they're going to have to go to the air with the ball.
So 2nd down. He'll take it from the gun. Oh, botch snap. The Trojans will pounce on it. He was trying to fake handoff to Isaiah Gonzalez, and he batted it out of Jonas's hands.
Yeah. You know, we had been very, both teams have been taking care of the ball until the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Yeah.
Interesting back and forth here, Justin.
Absolutely, and Culver, once you think they're starting to turn the corner, they throw something out, they fumble it. It's just offensively, it's been a struggle for the Cavaliers tonight.
1st and 10 for the Trojans on their own 46. It's the flex bone. Connor Huber takes the snap, low snap, picks it up. He hands off to Dre Villarreal somehow. Dre is still chugging forward to the 50. That's where he will be tackled. So what looked like they were going to get nothing, they get more than just something.
Yes. Cavaliers had a nice blitz on that play. Zorich was in there deep. Just the ball was off to his right-hand side. He came in on the left side and ball went to the right. He had a really nice blitz, but it just was on the wrong side of the ball.
So they get 5 on the carry. 2nd and 5, ball spotted in the middle of the field on the 50-yard line. Connor Huber sets his man in motion. Oh, I think there may have been another missed handoff. The Cavs pounce on it. They're saying they have it, and they do!
Oh, my gracious.
Oh, my gosh. So both offenses are having struggles here in the 4th. A little sloppy on both sides, but the defenses for both teams are really getting in there.
Yeah, I think it's early in the season. I'm not going to say they're not in full shape yet. I think fatigue's getting to them a little bit here. You're watching these guys are on both sides of the ball, most of these kids.
Next
nice
play, Isaiah Gonzalez gets to the 35 to the 30. So it was started at the 50, maybe the 49-yard line. A huge run up the gut by Isaiah Gonzalez. A huge first down for the Cavs and something to build off here.
Yes. Connor Huber had a nice tackle there. If Connor didn't get that kid tackled on that right away, but he would have had ways to go before he was coming down.
1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line in Trojan territory. The Cavs have it. It's Jonas McEwen out of the gun, takes the snap, steps back. Here come the Trojans. Deep ball down the right field sideline. It's almost caught, but batted out of the air by the Trojans. Huge defensive play. I think it's number 10, Nate Peter.
Yeah, Nate Peter. Hey, that was a great job on that defense right there. Nate Peter a half a step behind. That was touchdown.
And it was a good throw.
Yes.
And the intended target was, what number was that, Justin?
Well, he's down right now.
I know.
I can't.
If somebody had
I think it might be another cramp.
If somebody had said something about the cramp,
yeah. Thanks, Kenny.
Yeah.
So now he is being tended to. The cramps showed up in the second half, more prevalent here in the 4th. It's been all Trojans, though. 32-6 is the score. The Cavs are trying. They are trying to get more points on the board. It's been since the first quarter since they have.
They took the first drive, ran it down, scored, but, since then they've had a hard time. The offense has had a hard time putting things together from there.
Well, Marv's
looks like it's number. Oh,
no,
sorry,
go ahead.
Mitch.
Go ahead.
I saw a number. Looks like it's number 5, Jordan Green, the junior, and he is up and going now, back to the bench. He looks all right.
Well, good.
Mars Property Management specializes in limestone driveway materials as well as installation. They offer excavation, pond construction, ditch cleaning, tree line removal, lot clearing, basements, and foundations. They also deliver black dirt, landscape gravel, fill sand, pool sand, limestone, and decorative gravel. Call Marv at 574-806-4621 for all your property needs. Follow them on Facebook under Marv's Property Management. Let them know you heard it here first and receive 10% off. They offer senior discounts as well. That's Marv's Property Management, serving the WKVI listening area.
Oh, my. Who needs friends when you got guys that can text you such nice things telling you how great of a job you're doing?
I sense some sarcasm behind that.
Just a little.
I was going to say, I get nothing.
Well, they all come to you in person. They walk right up to you. 2nd and 10. Ooh, and they're going to draw the Trojans offside. That hard count from McEwen, he's got it down.
Yeah.
So that'll move the Cavs forward. They had it at 2nd and 5. They'll spot it at the 22. Or no, they had it at 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and 5, on the assessed penalty. Ball is spotted on the 22-yard line in Trojan territory. All right, here we go. Out of the gun, it's Jonas McEwen. Gonzalez to his left, takes the snap, steps back. Here come the Trojans. Deep ball down the middle of the field. Intended target. No, it's intercepted. That's number 1, Connor Huber. He'll get it back to the 10, and that's where he's brought down.
Hey, Cavs got to try. They're putting it up there. They're really trying. The key thing for those guys right now, okay, the game may be out of hand, but they're really trying to, get some points on the board, get some more bright spots into this game for them, to build on so they got something for them for the next week.
The intended target was his brother, Caleb McEwen. Tried the seam play up the middle, and it just didn't work. The defense was there. And now the Trojans have it deep in their own territory on the 12, 1st and 10 with 7:12 to go in the ball game, leading big time 32-6. Handoff up the middle. And it was number 5 on the carry, Ezra Rodriguez, the junior. Not much.
Yeah, not much there for Ezra. It looks like Coach Hall is trying to save a little bit on the bodies here of the starters and put the ball in the hands of some of the younger guys.
Score update from Royal Center at the in the third quarter. The Knox Redskins are leading Pioneer 22-0. So at the half it was 6-0. Now it's 22-0 in the third. Knox up. Back in our game. Here we go. Up the near sideline. It's a big-time run. Number 14, Grant Peter, the sophomore. He will get it just past the 15 or the 20-yard line. Maybe spotted at the 21, the 22.
That was a nice run for the sophomore, Grant Peter there. Another wrestler for me right there, Grant Peter. He's a stout young man.
And it looks like the officials are going to come together and have a little bit of a conference here, as we just gave the Knox Redskin update. Loyalty, pride, dedication, it's all attributes of a Knox Redskin football player, and like the Knox Redskins, Keener Construction takes pride in their homes and community. Call Chad Keen for your custom home build. Call him, 574-806-1387.
Well, they got the chains pulled out. I think that's the first time this game that they've had to pull the chains out.
And I think it's going to be short. Yep. It'll keep it 3rd and short here for the Trojans.
Almost, Vicky, almost.
He's up 3rd and short for the Trojans.
On their own 22. They look to the near sideline. Coach Hall yells the numbers. And as I said earlier, you see the entire offensive line. Every offensive player has a play call sheet on their wrist like a quarterback would. And from the numbers he yells, it tells them what they need to do on this play. I've heard it in practice. It's like 13, 26, 8, 7. And from that is how they are able to know, okay, I'm 7. This is what I need to do. Or, next play. Pulls the handoff up the right side, crosses the 25 to the 30 to the 35, knocked out of bounds near the 40. This was number 10 on the snap, Nathan Peter. So we might not be seeing Connor Huber the rest of the night. His night may be done.
Right.
Up so large.
Yes.
Getting these young guys some time is huge.
There was a time that they thought that maybe Nate Peter was going to be the quarterback this year, but they went ahead with Connor. Nate's a junior. Yes, he is a junior. But, hey, Connor's done a great job, but put your good guys on the side. You don't need them out there anymore. Get some repetitions for the other guys who need to be out there now.
5 to go in the 4th. Peter pulls the handoff around the 40, tried to get to the 43, and he has tackled big time.
That was a nice hit there.
By number 12 of the Cavs, John Carr, the freshman.
The Cavaliers are having a hard time getting a little spring in their step, but that was a nice hit there for Carr. We're moving in some more. The Trojans are moving in some more of the young guys. That's good to see.
2nd and 7. Peter gets the play. Here they go. Take the snap. Oh, pitch. It may be lost. I think the Cavs have it.
Yes, I believe the Cavaliers have it.
Oh, no. They lost it at the last second. It almost looked like they ripped it out of the hands of a Trojan, but somehow he didn't come up with it. The Trojans get lucky there. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Well, that was close.
So it pushes them back. They lose 3 yards on that play. It's 3rd and 10 on their own 40. We'll see what they call here. Last 3:30 of the ball game. From the flex bone, takes a snap, hands off, wrapped up immediately by Theron Carrington. He's trying to rip the ball away.
Yep, ball's on the ground.
It is loose, but the whistles were called, and the play is dead. Theron picked it up and was ready to take it to the house.
You're only 10 yards away. You just well ran it in.
Yeah, right, just for fun.
Yeah.
So another loss on the play. It'll bring up 4th and long here. The Trojans look like they're coming out to punt this one away. We'll have a report from Chris McGowan in North Judson shortly. We haven't had a score update from the Warriors in some time. I don't know if Justin has heard anything. Have you heard anything lately on the Winamac Warriors against Frontier, Jay?
Yeah, it's not good, Mitch.
Okay.
it's a big time lead for Frontier. Last time I knew it was 54-21.
Oof.
And that was about 10-15 minutes ago.
Oof.
So Frontier's running away with that one.
Tough situation there for the Winamac Warriors. Here in week 2, they fell to these West Central Trojans, their cross-county rival last week. The Trojans were able to reclaim the Tomahawk Trophy. It's a traveling trophy that goes back and forth between the 2 county schools. West Central, obviously, on the west side of Pulaski County. But a very interesting scenario. If you win it on the football field, it's still up for grabs in the winter. The basketball teams,
yes,
if Winamac was to win the basketball game, it would go back to Winamac.
Right.
So kind of an interesting scenario there. But the punt was clean away. It will put the Cavs back on their own 25-yard line. 2:30 to go. First and 10.
Trojans getting their 11th man out there a little late.
You were counting.
Yes, I was.
Takes the snap, hands off. We have a new quarterback. Botch snap, picks it up. It's number 32 out there for Jonas McEwen. He is not listed on the program. But we go ahead and have a report from Chris McGowan in North Judson.
At the end of the third quarter, North Judson leads 21-14. The big play in the third quarter there was a blocked field goal attempt by LaVille, returned 78 yards for the score. So early in the fourth quarter, it is North Judson 21, LaVille 14. North Judson has the ball, first and 10. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, that's Chris McGowan in North Judson. Back in our game, another botch snap. They tried to get rid of it, and it's too late. It goes short and out of bounds. It'll bring up third down for the Cavs, but things are looking good for the Jays.
Wow, I knew that was going to be a tough game with LaVille. LaVille is always a tough team out of up there. It's just we spent a couple of years in the HNAC, and it was always a tough game when you had to play LaVille.
They've got athletes. For a small-sized school like them, they've got athletes. From Marshall County, back in our game. Out of the gun. Flag flies. The Cavs draw the Trojans offsides.
It's freshman Brady Hannon. He's getting a little anxious out there.
So we have a new quarterback, but we're not sure who he is, unfortunately. He isn't listed, or his number is not listed on the program. He's listed as number 32. Definitely one of the young underclassmen on this Cavalier football squad. He's out of the gun, takes a snap, hands off, near sideline. Here they come. He's trying to outrun them. It's number 22, Andrew Summy. And he may get a couple, I don't know. Stretched out to the near sideline. They'll spot it on the near hash.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of room to get that turn that corner.
Hear the Trojan cheer block. They're very happy with tonight's performance from their Trojans as the next play, 4th and 8, takes a snap. Deep ball down the middle of the field. It's batted out of the air by the Trojans, number 6. Isaac Warner, the freshman. A lot of young guys out on the field.
Isaac, he's a good young man. His dad graduated with my middle son, and he's a wrestler too. Kind of proud of my Y guys out there. I probably should have talked with Coach Brad Odom, got the full list of his basketball guys, but I'm here. He's not, right? No. Coach Odom and I get along really well. It's definitely not normal for the wrestling coach and the basketball coaches to get along, actually.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And the Trojans will kneel it on 1st and 10, under a minute to go in this ball game. It's all but buttoned up here. 32-6 will be the final, barring anything crazy. You have anyone else you want to give a shout out tonight?
No, I got Nate, because he's been bugging me. We got Dave Allen down there.
What about your better half?
She's in Delphi watching football. A couple of the grandkids play down at Delphi, and they're playing Twin Lakes. I'm sure that was a tough game. I should have texted and seen how that game was going, but that was going to be a tough game tonight for them.
They'll kneel it for the second down, and that will be the ball game. The West Central Trojans will beat the Cavs back-to-back years. 32-6 here in 2025 is the final big win for the Trojans. Tough loss for the Cavs. They will now be 1-1 on the season. We'll go ahead and take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll have our Stark County Co-op play of the game, as well as our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. That's all coming up next in the Collins Insurance post-game show.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
32-6 is the final as the West Central Trojans beat the Culver Cavaliers. Fireworks being shot off on the north end zone for Trojan Nation. Excited to be 2-0 here in 2025. Congratulations to head coach Mark Hall and company, as well as the entire roster for the West Central Trojans. Quite a fireworks show here, Coach. You got a special deal going on here.
That must be the thing. Like I said, I was at Delphi last week, and they were setting off the fireworks like crazy, too. Maybe that's a new thing now.
Well, a big win for the Trojans. We'll go ahead and get your overall opinion. Other than that opening drive where the Cavs were able to score, after that, it was all Trojans.
Cavaliers came out, they were ready to play. There's no doubt about it. It was obvious that Coach Faust spent a lot of time on film seeing where there was some gaps that he could get to, and they came out and they ran the ball down and they scored. But after that, the Trojans just took it away. The kind of the triple threat there of what they're able to do on offense for the Trojans. If Connor keeps the ball, it's hard to stop him. If you give it to Dre, he's hard to stop him. Caden Gutwine, he had a lot of really nice runs just on some misdirection. Felipe, he sat out the first on defense, the first series on defense, but then when he came back out, he was ready to play. There's just a lot of threats there and a lot of speed. I am impressed with just how fast these guys are.
Well, and they play with intensity and the confidence. The confidence, Justin kind of had mentioned that. The confidence for this Trojan crew, they just they know what they're doing and they're ready to play hard.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of preparation into this, and these older guys, they've had to endure some seasons that weren't, real favorable. So when it was their time, they're up here. They are playing hard, Felipe and Dre, they're tough young men, But, I really like Connor Huber. It's like, he's going both ways. He's picking up a lot of tackles. I'm always nervous watching your quarterback getting a lot of tackles out there. I've seen times where a quarterback would get hurt playing defense, but he's a tough kid. He picked up a lot of yards on the ground, and he had a lot of tackles tonight. He had a really good game tonight.
Well, a big win for the West Central Trojans. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, sports analyst Justin Ruff. Justin, give us your overall opinion of tonight's matchup.
Heck, man, it's definitely an impressive so far these 2 weeks for West Central, and just seeing the improvement. So Culver, they came out swinging right off the bat. They hit Culver. They hit West Central in the mouth right off the bat, and it looked like a little bit different from the West Central Winnemac game a week before. It was kind of opposite. West Central brought the first hit, and they really brought the intensity. Culver had it for a little bit, but then offensively, West Central really started to turn on the gears, and it was right on. Are you getting me? It was right off the bat. Right from the. So this is back-to-back weeks now, Mitch. West Central has stopped their team, their other team, by scoring in the second half. They held Winnemac scoreless in the second half. Now there's another week that they held Culver scoreless in the second half. We're talking about their offense, and they're just a threat of those three running backs and Huber. Their defense is pretty freaking good too, and they showed that especially in the second half. This game and last week as well. They will have their hands full with Tri-County next week, but they're enjoying it, as you can see right now this week. Back-to-back wins for the Trojans.
Yeah, the Trojans will now move on, if I'm not mistaken, into conference play next week in the Midwest Conference as they take on, like you said, Jay, Tri-County. Then they will they'll be on the road the next 3 weeks. They'll be at Tri-County next week, then a non-conference game at Lake Station, then back to the conference at North Newton, then home at South Newton. So these Trojans won't be home until September 26th. That's a long time on the road.
Well, that's a long stretch, yes.
So very interesting scenario there, but the Trojans go 2-0, 32-6. A very interesting game. The Cavs, let's talk about the Cavs a little bit here, Justin, and then we'll bring Kenny in as well. The Cavs had a good start getting those 6 points on the board, but, man, it just was so hard for them to get points the rest of the game.
It was. In the beginning, like I mentioned, they really thought they were just going to throw all night long because – what they did in the beginning, they spread out the offense, which was a different look of what West Central saw last week with Winamac just running it a lot. But this time they really spread them out, and how Culver scored that very first play. I think it was Jackson, number 7, had a pretty good slant route and scored with a lot of speed. But then it just kind of West Central got on offense. They scored right away. And then I think West Central came out defensively with their energy and kind of pushed Culver back a little bit, and they just couldn't get back on the horse after that. But, I mean, they shouldn't be worried. I mean, this team here, West Central, is pretty good, a heck of a good team right now. They're feeling the momentum. So Culver's going to go back to the film, really see what they need to do. I don't know who they have next week, Mitch. But they'll get back. I mean, Coach Austin, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
so they'll get the boys back on track for next week.
Yeah, the Cavs are at home for the first time this season. They will be hosting a cross-county rival, one of their cross-county rivals, the Triton Trojans, at home. But your thoughts on the Cavs' great opening drive, but, man, it was tough the rest of the way.
Well, the bits and pieces are there. They just have to bring everything together. You know, they have their times there. You know, the defense, did really well at times. Coming into the second half, they played defense really well to begin with. In the first drive, yes, they did a good job. There was pieces there. At the end of that second half where they started throwing the ball again, there was some things there that was working for them. So, a good learning night for them. They saw a few things that they could do against a quality team, and then they saw a few things that they're going to need to change when they get against tougher teams up their way.
We'll go ahead and check in with our other sideline reporter on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers. It is Chris McGowan. Chris, the Trojans were able to win this one tonight, 32-6. How are things your way?
It's a tight game right now, 21-14 with 1:58 left to go in the game. North Judson has the ball first and goal from the 5, but they just got called for another hold, so it's going to back them up. So it's going to be first and goal now from the 15. But 21-14, 1:58 left, and North Judson knocking on the door to put this one away, Mitch.
It seems like the LaVille Lancers kind of fought back a little bit.
Yeah, 2 big plays in the first half. Well, the one big play in the first half on the 80-yard touchdown pass. The North Judson defender just slipped and fell down on a double move. And then in the third quarter, North Judson actually went to kick a field goal, and it got blocked and returned for a touchdown. So statistics, North Judson's dominated this game, but on the scoreboard, it's a little bit tighter than what it should be.
Well, Chris, this will be our last report tonight, so just text me the final when you get it, and I appreciate you being there on location. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Hey, real quick while I got you, South Central is leading Boone Grove on the road right now, 17-0 with 7 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, and I heard that the score I saw at Knox was up 30-7 at one point in the third quarter at Pioneer.
So they're looking strong.
Yes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning, buddy.
All right, that is Chris McGowan. We will have him tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. Of course, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. A lot of scores coming in. Tough, what looks like a tough loss for the Winnemac Warriors, Justin. Do you have the final by chance?
I will get that right now, but it was not looking good.
Yeah, at the time you said that they were trailing big time.
Yep. Yeah, it is 54-21 Frontier final score at Rattabush Field.
Final 54-21.
54-21.
54-21 final. Frontier beats our Winnemac Warriors. It looks like the Jays may hold on as they host the LaVille Lancers tonight. We'll get that final eventually. The South Central Satellites leading Boone Grove and the Knox Redskins leading Pioneer. Our only two area teams for WKVI were here in Francisville. It was the Culver Cavaliers and the West Central Trojans. 32-6 is the final. We'll take a quick break here in the Collins Insurance postgame show. We'll come back for our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. That's up next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Hello there. Is this that First Choice Contractor?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
I'm looking for a good contractor. I could use a deck put on the back of my house.
We aren't contractors, but we do offer a great contractor's insurance program with all the coverages a contractor needs.
Well, would you consider putting one of those walk-in tubs in my bathroom for me?
Phone us today in North Judson at 896-3482 or in Knox at 772-5370.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local sports. Steve and Donna love being members of the community and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home, right here in Stark County. Whether you're buying, selling, or relocating, call Osborne Advantage Real Estate today at 574-896-2567 for guidance and instant support.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Chris McGowan on location for the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays and the LaVille Lancers. A tight one, 21-14 was the last update we had. But back in our game, it was all Trojans beating the Culver Cavs 32-6. We sent it to our sideline sports analyst Justin Ruff for our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Justin, what do you think?
It's got to be, pointing towards West Central. I think it was sometime in the second quarter, I do believe, Mitch. Connor Huber just threw a rocket. And like I said this when it was live, it really felt like his eyes were closed. And I'm going to say that because it sounds like an awesome story. But he just threw it, and the junior Gewine caught it, Caden did, and he had about it felt like 3 or 4 Cavaliers all over him. And I swear I thought it was going to be an interception, but he just jumped up high in the sky, and he grabbed that bad boy. And Paul Hettinger, the photo guy here for the Bears Tribune, he got a beautiful picture of it too. So, but that really stood out to me, and I was standing right there, so that kind of helped a little bit. That really stood out to me. Play the game.
Well, good job by Caden Gutwein. Remember that play? It was hey, they threw it up there. He went and got it, and like you said, he wanted it more than anyone else.
Yeah, Connor put that ball up there in the middle of everybody, and he had to come down with it, like I say, but he just wanted it more than the defenders did.
Well, that is our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We'll take a break and come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game here in the Collins Insurance postgame show.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
Did you catch that touchdown last night? It was insane.
Nope. Missed it. My screen froze and then game over.
You got to get Surf Internet. I've got fast fiber speeds with no throttling ever.
Sounds like a winning play. Sign me up.
Score big with Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Just $30 a month with AutoPay, including free installation and free Wi-Fi. Visit surfinternet.com. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas. Go to surfinternet.com for full offer details.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson Sandfair High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now, that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
We turn things over to our special guest sports analyst tonight, Kenny Nielsen. Coach, what do you think?
What a great night! It was good. The Trojans had a nice night, kept things clean. Everybody was fairly injury-free. So, as a coach, you appreciate watching the kids get out there, play hard, and everybody able to walk off the field.
And who do you think deserves our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game?
I'm going to go with Connor Huber, sophomore Connor Huber. He does such a good job as a quarterback leading that offense. He does a great job with that, with the option. It's such a threat to those of the defense, it's so hard to read when he's running it.
Well, congratulations to Connor Huber, our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, as the Trojans pull off a big win over the Cavs. KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action next week to see the Knox Redskins host the Culver Academy Eagles for homecoming. We will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us every Saturday morning throughout the school year for the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana. It's called the Saturday Sports Line, and we thank our very own Harold Welter for starting that back in 1969. We will talk to all 6 of our area football coaches as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Justin.
Hey, it was a heck of a good one, and I can't wait to see these Trojans just continue to get better every week and to grow every week. And same thing with the Cavaliers. It was a tough one tonight. But like Coach Kenny said, I mean, it's definitely they're going to improve from this and learn from this and move on next week. But both teams, it was a fun one to watch tonight.
And you said you had an update from the Knox Redskin battle at Royal Center. What was the last update that you were given?
It was 38-13. Knox is running away with a big time at Pioneer.
Looks like it'll be a big-time Redskin win. Final word from you tonight, Kenny Nielsen.
Hey, it was fun to be here. I always enjoy doing this. You know, it was good to come out and see such a good game played on both sides.
Well, we appreciate you being here. This is your second game in a row doing this game, or not in a row, but a second year in a row of doing this game. So I appreciate it, Coach. It means a lot for you to join us. Had a lot of fun. I look forward to talking to you in the winter.
Yes, it's a blast. I like doing this.
Well, from all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Football as our final saw the West Central Trojans beat the Culver Cavaliers 32-6. For our sideline sports analysts Chris McGowan and Justin Ruff, special guest Kenny Nielsen, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I'm Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing, and JT Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, LAP Waste, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5-Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Touchdown!